Maybe someone will come.
Or put them in an oil drum and just ship them out to Harlem. Let them come out in Harlem. Because that's exactly what the moon looks like.
I guess I just keep them in there. And do you want to have a person? I don't know. I just ask him what the moon's like. And
You want to tell him he's stuck there? His spaceship broke? See what he does?
hold on, Gary.
Yeah, don't.
Gary, there's not much oxygen left.
He's got to fix his spaceship, maybe. Like, Gary, you got to fix it.
Gary. Listen.
Also,
There's been a problem. I know you're on the moon, and we'll see how long he stays on the moon.
We should make him on the moon. We should make him hook up a stereo again. Remember, he could hook up a stereo.
do you want him in a suit or just his regular clothes? Does it matter to you?
I think if he wore a spacesuit, that looked
The
funny.
thing would be funny headgear, but I don't want to because I don't want to fuck with the sound.
Yeah, but just a silver suit would look funny on him.
Silver suit.
We have one that I wore to a Star Trek
And you should
convention.
get the one that like my son wears for Halloween. It's got Velcro in the back. You just slip it on.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wore to the Star Trek convention. We have one.
Gary, congratulations. You're
No, I gave it back to you guys. You should have it.
His rocket ship's powered by him going,
I'll get there, yeah.
screaming, man.
Yeah, right. He should have to do something to power his rocket
Yeah.
ship, or to protect himself.
Maybe we should have tools laying in there too, like a hammer, and see what he does to
What
his
about
tubes.
like pedals?
What is his mission on the moon? Like, what are we going to do? Like, take pictures?
Maybe he has to discover gold or something. Maybe we hide something.
We should hide something up there.
You know
See
what?
if you can find what?
Green cheese.
They say there's green cheese.
And you just have like a little piece of green cheese hidden somewhere in the.
Gary, we want
I
to see how your
found it.
semen reacts to the moon's atmosphere.
You see if you jerk off if your semen stays.
Sample immediately.
Yeah, he's got to bring back like a pound of cheese or something from the moon.
And I think you should get stuck on the moon with a just to hang tight. To
You're writing
breathe
it down,
very
right, Chase?
shallow.
Try
So it
not
doesn't
to
go
write that
there.
Stuck on the moon.
Try not to.
You want to put the Howard Fist on the moon? Like, put the flag?
Oh, that's good.
Plant the flag.
And ask him if he finds any cheese. Maybe you should put a couple of things in there.
You know what? You
Do
should.
you find a Playboy magazine? Did you,
Put a square block.
You should also, Howard. We
is
should
there any
get.
porn on the moon?
We should get an American flag that he can put down or something. But you should say to him, Gary, it's the first retard on the moon. Everyone's waiting to hear what do you have to say. Like you should have a statement.
Yeah, right.
The first retard on the moon?
One retarded step for mankind.
Are you guys having President Bush come in at all? Because what if President Bush comes in and says, we need Gary to go to the moon? I want the first retarded astronaut.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Hi, I'm President Bush.
Or President
Would you be
Lincoln.
willing to do this for your country?
Maybe President Lincoln. should
And when you
come
get
in
up
and
there,
say-
we want you to say one small step for retarded mankind, one giant leap.
Let me get this monkey out of the spaceship. You get in, Gary.
I like Richard. You just make him any president. Have George Washington come.
All right, that's good. Yeah, who do you have a president coming in?
Abe Lincoln.
Oh, so
we,
Abe Lincoln's
we had him come in last year, and he believed it. So President Lincoln wants him to go to the moon.
Lincoln.
President Lincoln wants to congratulate.
All right. So while we're on this, might as well just go over these names.
Wait, President Lincoln wants to tell you something. Gary, we're looking for a retarded astronaut. 4 stars. All right, so who are the guys? Who's coming in?
So, you like the idea of like a retarded fairy? that can make him.
What do you guys think? You guys did it the last time. It was great. Who would you like to be?
He believed everyone that came in.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
I can
Well,
give you this-
somebody said to have another Gary the retard in here.
Well, that was
the
the
mask.
but we can't-
Yeah, but I don't, he wouldn't believe a mask, I don't
I don't
think.
think that.
Let's let Will go over what we have already.
But what do you have so far?
So we had, you liked Obama, Clinton, Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
It's just an idea we brought up.
All right,
You
go
don't
ahead.
have to do any of these. The doctor who delivered Gary to apologize for dropping him on his head.
All right, that's the first one I like.
You like that?
Yeah, like one of you guys come in as a doctor. You delivered Gary, and you're really sorry because you dropped him on his head when he was born, and that's what made him
I thought you
retarded.
wanted it to be, Howard, you also said God apologizing to him. And
No, we turned that
Oh, we
down.
turned that one
Wait,
down?
do you want the doctor to say, do you think he has an operation to make him stop being retarded? And would he consent to doing it? It's experimental, or I don't know. What's your
The
agenda?
operations, they drop him again.
Yeah.
The great thing is, but Gary, if this operation is a success, you can no longer be Gary the retard. You'll just be
Right.
Gary. Because
Keep
remember
doing
last
the
time he
Howard
was
Stern.
upset about that.
Oh, so you won't be able to go on Howard? It's kind of.
Right, I'll just say we can make you very smart, but you can't be Gary the retard anymore. then bet on whether he wants the
What if we send
operation.
him to the moon with, tell him there's a cure on the moon and we have like some liquid potion he has to drink or find?
Oh, they say there's a
There's a
cure on the
potion
moon for
for-
being retarded.
Called semen.
So we give it. So we find it. It says, "Eat this. Let's just make a piece of cheese or a
Jell-O or
cookie or
something,
yeah." He eats it. We go, "How do you feel?" I'm not retarded.
Hey, or if he goes to the moon, he's not retarded. If he comes back to Earth, he's retarded again.
This would
He's
take.
gotta live on the moon.
They say on the moon, everyone gets smarter.
And lighter.
We'll give him a quiz on
There's
the
no
moon.
gravity. There's no gravity.
We'll say, oh, 2 + 2 is 9, Gary.
Okay, so the doctor who dropped him on his head,
Lincoln.
Lincoln's gonna come in and ask him if he would do a mission for his country and go to the moon.
We had Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. They want to adopt a retard.
How about Angelina Jolie comes in, the sexiest actress in America, and she wants to tell Gary something, and she says that she's in love with Gary.
Well, you know what might be funny too is if Gary discovers a super hot chick on the moon and he'll never want to leave. Like, see if maybe he wants to stay. If he stays, he gets to be with that hot chick. Yeah. Like he finds she just pops up from behind a rock or something. Yeah.
You like George Washington maybe, but if we're already bringing in Lincoln, do you
Yeah,
want-
Lincoln's enough. for that.
George Bush, do we care? No, we care about him, right? If we're doing,
You know
we
that
talked about
Fred's Nazi character.
Fred was gonna do Armus.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was the other thing we
Imus
brought
on.
up.
Why is Imus on?
Now that when we discussed Imus, it was
It was originally Rush Limbaugh.
he wants a retard for his show. I think it was.
I'm wondering.
No. It was
That's
that
funny,
I was
though.
going to say he's the greatest radio host of all time, and Gary's going to try to defend you. I thought, wasn't that what it was going to be?
That could be it, but what about Imus wants a retard for his show? And
He offers them stuff like paste,
Candy.
crayons,
get a big giant cowboy hat for Fred. Too big for his head, you know.
macaroni and cheese. If you come on my show.
In a wheelchair comes in.
Yeah, oxygen.
The oxygen take it.
And just comes in and he's like, "Oh, Gary, you know, I have a radio show and Howard doesn't pay anything. Would you be on my show for $10?"
Come work at the ranch.
I'll be like, "Gary, you can't do that. You're on our show, but I'm going to pay him." No.
You can suck the blood of young cancer kids.
So we sell Gary Gary here. We know the answers already.
When is it? Oh, you want to give Gary magic beans or something?
I'm just saying, sell him to Imus. Like, you know, we'll barter,
Oh.
barter him right in front of him. He'll freak out. Be like, yeah, I'll sell you, Gary.
I thought you said sell Gary diamonds.
You know,
like, give
that's
him, like,
actually it would be
piece
if you gave Gary a fake diamonds and you told him they were really valuable, and then somebody came here and said, "Listen, I've got these magic beans. If you give me the diamonds,
Ooh, that's good.
you know, if you give me those diamonds,
Keep trading.
Why don't we say to Gary, Gary, for your birthday, I'm going to give you diamonds and they're worth $5 million.
right?
Then the next guy comes in and goes, "Look, Gary, I heard you have $5 million. Would you? I'm going to sell you something unbelievable for $5 million.
What's the unbelievable thing though?
Magic beans?
That do what? That
Get you to the moon."
How about since he loves
Magic
topless
beans, like-
chicks? What about the beans? All
They
of a
grow
sudden,
into hot
topless
chicks, yeah.
pop up with these magic beans. Boobies.
Fuck that. You know what I mean? All right, forget the magic beans.
yeah, it's
forget
getting
the diamonds.
It's getting intricate.
So far you got.
green room.
So far we have the doctor who dropped him on his head, Lincoln to take him to the moon, Angelina in love with him, Imus wants a retard for his
That's
show.
That's enough.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I wonder if Angelina Jolie would work.
You
I think well.
she'll come in and stuff. Or?
Pass it on Obama.
Why would
Damn it,
you have
it's Jimmy
him?
Kimmel. I'm sure.
I don't know. It'd be funny to see what Gary has to say to him. You know,
I don't
when
think
he
Gary
gets.
knows who he is.
Well,
It'd be
So when you back me for president,
it'd be funny if we come in with an.
The only other one we had on the
I need the retarded vote.
Well, you know what might like it's maybe the governor of New York.
the new governor,
No, a lot of those
Governor
were
Sexy.
we passed on.
Governor Patterson. Come in with a dog and a stick.
Oprah Winfrey was another one. Someone threw out.
Shane would have been good for that.
Artie is Oprah. The beard.
Nah, I like what you have.
We got that, so that's four.
What about
Did I say
Hitler?
Hitler?
What
Then he can come in and.
What's his agenda?
He wants him to
Agenda.
Well, maybe he's heard some of the things he said about Jews.
Oh yeah, Gary, we heard you hate Jews and want you to
Present him with like a swastika or
And if you say,
something.
and you say, Gary, let me give you a quiz to see if you really could be a Nazi with us.
Yeah.
And be like,
Is that Fred too?
Is Howard Jewish?
well, Fred will
Like,
do
what is-
Imus. You could have, either one of you guys could be Hitler.
Well, Fred could do that.
I would love it if Hitler said,
we could
"Will you
close
help me eradicate the Jews?" And he says yes, and then we ask Gary to
You know,
eradicate them.
say, you come in and you go, look, our group, the Nazis, want to kill all the Jews. Are you for that?
What about
We
asking
could give him a spray bottle. Say, here's a spray that kills Jews. Can you go around to every Jew in the office and spray them,
That's
please?
interesting because it'd be interesting to see who he thinks is Jewish.
Yeah.
Why?
Just go up and ask people if they're Jewish, and if they are, spray them. Find Mal in the
My name's Antonio Governale. You
All
sprayed
right,
me.
that's good.
I'm a Jew.
A Jew spray.
Jew be guards.
Manuel Ortega.
Sanchez, you're Jewish, right?
All right, that's a good agenda. That's enough. Unless if you ever think of something before he gets here, run it by me.
So there was a fascinating look into how we operate. I think it's interesting to sort of pull the curtain back once in a while and see how stuff gets from an idea onto the show. So I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool.
So consumed that I'm going to this thing.
I still don't know where it is.
That's the problem. It's an hour and a half out of Manhattan. I'm leaving 3 o'clock to get there at 5:30. 5:30.
5:30 appointment.
The wedding starts at wait a second. 3 o'clock. It's 5. You're right.
5. Yeah. See, you're gonna screw me up.
Yeah. Sorry. I know am I leaving 3:30 or 3? Hey Ronnie, what time am I leaving for Jason's wedding? Ronnie gave me all the advice. He scoped it out.
All right.
I'm so totally consumed. I'm like planning, it's almost like I'm planning, how many things to bring in the car with me.
Right,
so keep me
what
busy.
do you pack?
Yeah. What time am I leaving?
Like 3:30.
3:30.
3:30, quarter to 4.
Quarter to 4.
Oh, you can even leave as late as quarter
Yeah,
to
it's
4.
like an hour and 15 minutes. That's what time I'm leaving the city.
Are you going to do it in all in
Quarter
one?
to 4, I'm meeting Will.
Are you going to do it all in one drive, or are you going to get a hotel halfway there?
Yeah, maybe you'll start Friday.
Dominic Barber called Jason and goes, how come you didn't invite me to the wedding? He heard I'm going, so now he wants to be there. That guy's so transparent. He doesn't even know Jason.
Isn't he going through something right now?
Yeah,
Should he
stay
really
home.
be at a wedding?
If I was him, and I'd been married 3 fucking times already, no, 4.
Is it 4?
4 and 2 to the same woman, I'd be at a psychiatrist's office. I wouldn't even be anywhere where I could be seen.
You'd think his plate would be full.
His plate was full of spaghetti, landed on his head.
Yeah, if I was Jason, I'd invite him and have nothing but plates of spaghetti around.
Right. Oops. Honey, I'm home. I mean, does a burn victim want to go to a fire? No.
A barbecue.
Let's go to a wedding.
Yeah, I don't think even the bride and groom want to look at him at this point with what he's going through.
Can't be good vibes.
He's going to bring bad karma.
So I'm leaving 3:30, and I'm thinking, oh, man, an hour and a half in the car. What am I going to do for an hour and a half? What am I going to do?
Oh, Beth will be with you.
You've got a hot chick with you.
Yeah, but come on. I got her with me anyway.
You can't talk to your wife for an hour and a half?
No, we don't do that. Beth sleeps a lot, and then I mean, you're talking about 3 hours in a car, there and back. I mean, even if let's say we did something like wild, like banged in there,
okay,
that would last 5 seconds.
Yeah, now what do you do?
Now
you got
what do you
another
do?
hour and 10 minutes.
Just go slow.
Oh, no, I bring a whole bag with me when I travel. I have computers. I have all kinds of stuff. I'm busy the whole time.
Well, then, you got all gadgets nowadays. You could keep yourself busy.
Busy with my chess. I'm busy with crayons. I'm drawing.
Crayons?
Is it true Jason's going to Rick's Cabaret the night before his wedding?
Well, he already had a bachelor party in Amsterdam. What's that all about?
That's what I heard.
Well, no, he had 2, Amsterdam, and then I think him and Will had a dual party at Rick's.
Oh, yeah?
But I don't know why they're going back to Rick.
Another one?
It's constant, dude, are you really going?
A constant saying goodbye to his single.
I have a bunch of friends in from out of town.
Well,
We're having a rehearsal dinner, and then we're all going over to the Great Rick's Cabaret.
Uh-oh.
Wow. No kidding.
It'll be fun, man. I mean, what the hell? What am I going to do Friday night? Nothing.
No, dude.
I'm not even with the
I
chick
just
on
know
Friday
you're not
night.
even that much into sex with your girlfriend.
That's not true.
You told us that.
That was like 2 years ago.
Doesn't he have to
It's
use a
changed different
product to get a hard on?
No.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yes,
I have Viagra. It's just there as a
And you're how
safety.
old?
It's for
How old
Fred,
are you?
come on, dude. I'm 29.
You're 29?
29?
Gee, I thought you were older.
Well, because I'm huge. The body of a 55-year-old.
I'm in my 50s. I've never needed Viagra for anything.
I don't need, dude. All right, for the 800th time, I'm on Lexapro, and one of the side effects is that it could affect your erection, your hard-on, And so I have it there as a safety.
If I couldn't get a hard on, I'd be depressed too.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Good Lord, he's like a test tube. There's a lab in there.
Dude.
What's the game plan though for the wedding? Like, you guys get married straight up at 5? Like, I don't want to sit around and wait.
I'm going to tell you. Go ahead. So you can take your time. It's going to the actual ceremony is probably going to start more like 5:15ish.
Are you having one of those long ceremonies like with a rabbi?
No,
you know?
no rabbi. There's no religion in our ceremony.
Yeah, and how long is the ceremony?
It shouldn't be more than 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
That's short, isn't it?
What are you, the Pope?
That is short compared to a lot. I mean, Catholic. Some Catholic weddings.
Mine was 4 minutes.
I was going to say yours is pretty short, right?
Yeah, and people were already snoozing. Mine was just the right length.
And that
of time.
included a song.
Yes. I know yours was perfect, and I'll try and emulate your wedding as much as possible.
Well,
but
no, according to people around here, mine wasn't perfect. But the fact of the matter is, the ceremony was pretty perfect, right, Robin? I mean,
absolutely.
just
You
enough.
didn't bore a soul.
I promise you, it's short. In fact, the chick who's marrying us, she had like written up some big thing, and I took it and took a marker and started crossing a whole bunch of crap out. It's just a quick little, you know.
How do you know the woman who's marrying you?
No, we looked her up online.
Oh.
She's a Unitarian.
Oh, is that you get the thing from the Inquirer? That's how.
No, there's a Unitarian church.
Yeah, she's from the Unitarian church.
You
It's one of those like hippie churches, any religion.
The
you go
Unitarian Church is one of those you can just apply to be a minister, and they send you a card.
Yeah,
yeah.
But they do have an actual church.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Oh, I see what you're saying about the internet. Yeah, I have no idea what her credentials are, but
What soap opera is she on?
She can legally marry you.
She can legally marry us. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, do you have relatives who are pissed about the non-religion thing?
If I do, they haven't said a word about it.
That's
we're
good.
kind of mixing up. We're having a huppah, and which is a Jewish thing, but it's just there to be there. Like, I don't know. It looks nice.
Are you stepping on the glass?
Well, yeah, that's fun. I mean, fuck that.
Nobody's lifting you in the chair, though.
No, I don't want that. Really.
There's a big conspiracy. We're lifting them. There's 20 of us, but we're going to lift them.
It's going to be so. They need a forklift.
It's going to be embarrassing.
Hold on, back up. You're having a huppah. That's that little hut.
Yeah, the little hut.
What is that for? If you're not having a Jewish wedding, why are you doing that?
Because it's a traditional thing, and it looks
Is your wife
nice.
Jewish?
No.
So why are you having a huppah?
She wanted the huppah, actually.
Why? What does it mean to her, and what does it mean to you?
Well, for
you're
me,
gonna build a little hut. No wonder you're over budget. Are you over budget on that wedding?
I don't even know. I'm not over budget. I don't know where my parents and her parents are. I put a cap. In fact, your talk you had with me a few months ago helped a lot because I just started putting my foot down about shit, and I wasn't taking no shit from no one.
Good.
But the huppah thing, no, I think it's included with the place we're getting married. They just have one there. We didn't go out and buy anything special. And Janice likes the way it looks, and it's a tradition. So, it's not there for any religious purpose.
You're having a used huppah?
Dude, it's a religious fucking thing. Of course it's religious.
Well,
what do you mean it's not there for any religion? Why would you have a random huppah there if it's not religious?
But it's also a traditional thing. It's
traditional to who?
To Jewish people.
So she's not Jewish, and you say you don't care.
And you're not being married by a rabbi.
What difference does it make to you, man? It's just going to sit there.
Why would you do that?
Why am I doing? I don't know. They wanted it. It's there. It's not costing me anything. What difference does it fucking make?
It's got to be costing you something. Someone's got to build the fucker.
No, they have it at the place we're getting married. It's included.
Okay,
but they probably charge you for that. No,
I don't know. I didn't look at the itemized bill.
Why not put like a big giant, like a Metallica logo over the huppah?
That would take a little romanticism.
But I mean, it's random.
No, it's not random. It's Howard. Come on, you're being stupid.
No,
here.
am I, Robin?
No, I think if you're not a religious ceremony, why are you having any of that?
Yeah, why
you're
not
doing a non-traditional ceremony. Why do you have tradition?
Yeah, why not carry?
Because that's the way we roll.
Why not carry
tradition, non-tradition? We're mixing it all together.
Why not carry a Torah down the aisle? I mean, really, why not?
Because there's nothing religious.
I have a question.
That's weird.
What religion, if any religion, is your future wife?
She isn't.
I guess her family is Protestant and Catholic.
Why not a statue of Jesus lurking in the corner?
We don't want God in the ceremony.
But a huppah's God. That's what you're getting married under a huppah.
That represents.
We are projecting our own image onto the huppah. The huppah is whatever we want it to be. And
are you
what we want
yarmulke?
it to be is something that looks nice.
Are you wearing a yarmulke or no?
And Jesus is the Son of God.
I know, and Jesus is a Jew. I'm on top of everything.
What, Howard? I thought that thing you had at yours was a huppah.
Yeah, you were standing under a huppah.
What was that thing?
It was flowers.
Just flowers.
Yeah, but dude, a huppah is a covering, and you had a covering.
Yeah.
I hate to. When I went to the sound check for your wedding, Ellie called it a huppah.
Oh, did she? Well, she probably built that. We had nothing to do with it.
Okay, so you had a huppah.
It was a huppah.
Yeah, but if she had asked me, I would have said, "Don't do that."
So you wouldn't have wanted it no matter what. If you knew it was a huppah, you wouldn't have wanted it.
No, of course not. What would I do with a huppah?
But you had it and you were fine with it.
But What am I going to do? I showed up. This woman erected a huppah, but I didn't even know it was a huppah.
So it was nice to have you guys under a certain.
Yeah, I mean,
thing.
you got to have a little bit of a setting. But
Yeah,
I would,
setting.
yeah, but if someone had asked me ahead of time, do you want a huppah? I'd say no.
All right, but fine. But when you didn't know it was a huppah, you were fine. And if someone had called it a huppah, you would have not been fine. So mine's not a huppah. Mine's just decoration.
No. You're missing the point. No one consulted me. This woman Ellie just stuck it there. So I walk in. I'm not going to have him take it down and wait. It's a fucking big structure.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not going to dismantle it. So I got married, but I didn't ask for that. I wouldn't have. It's silly.
Well, you're right. Huppah makes no sense. I'm stupid.
No, you're not stupid. It's just silly. It's just
the whole thing's silly, dude. Getting married.
I thought it was beautiful.
You think getting married is silly?
I think.
Why are you doing it? Why are you getting married if it's stupid?
No, I want to be married.
Why?
Because I love my fiance and I want to spend the rest of my life with her. And I think there is something. If you let me finish, I think there's something.
I don't even care. Come on. I mean, I don't even care. I'm just coming. How many people you got coming?
About 175.
Wow. Big wedding.
Yeah, no.
Jason, do yourself a favor. Beg Howard not to come.
I'm going to give you one last hour.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours away.
I had no idea when I said yes. I look at the invite. I go, you know what? Jason's not an asshole like Will. Will make people travel like an hour and a half. I go, Jason's a cool guy. He's having a ride over in Jersey. I said, I'm going. And sure enough, like who knew you could even go an hour and a half into Jersey and find somewhere to be married?
You should be out of Jersey by that time.
Yeah, to me that's like deliverance. We're going to be out in the woods somewhere an hour and a half.
You thought you're in Virginia by then.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know where I could be in an hour and a half.
It's an hour, dude.
It's an hour and a half.
Well, because it takes you a half hour to get out of the city.
No, bro. That's an hour and a half for me. But I don't care how long it takes me.
Yeah, you got to count that in.
I love people who go, it's 20 minutes. But then again, where you live, it's 40 minutes.
Yeah. Well, if you don't hit any traffic, you could be out of the city in 5 minutes. You know, the city is the factor.
According to Ronnie, it's an hour and a half.
Ronnie was just in here and said an hour and 15 minutes.
He told me an hour and a half.
Okay. Whatever. If you don't want to come, you don't have to.
Boy, there's so many spots in Jersey. Just even by where Artie lives, there's a fucking million halls.
Oh, my God.
There are?
Well, I mean,
that's all they have.
I know where Artie lives. There's no hall near him.
There's an Elks.
That's perfect.
You know, the guys are all out there talking. Like, I map quested, Jason's wedding. For me, it's going to be an hour 49. But the guys on Long Island, John Hine says, like Sal and John Hine and Phelan, they said it's probably 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. Well, but because you got to go through the city,
right?
Which is no easy task. Even though if you were doing 70 miles an hour, you could be there in an hour and 40 minutes. But you got to go through the city. It's But listen, we're psyched to come.
Thank you, bro.
I am too.
All right, good. I hope everyone's gonna have a good time, man. Listen,
have a great time.
For the money I spent, everyone better have a fucking good time, okay?
And you know
I
what?
don't hear any complaints.
They lifted me in that chair at Ross's wedding.
They did?
Did they? Well, you weren't this weight, were you?
No, I was much thinner, but still, I had a blast doing that. I thought it was going to suck. I was having a load of fun, man.
I'd be scared.
I'd be so embarrassed.
You were in the fray there, like screaming at me.
You've never been up in that chair? Of course you have.
Never. I would hate it. I would just not want to trust anyone holding me. I don't.
I agree with you 1,000%, and also it's just for
by
me.
The way, I map quested also to your party, and the map quest laughed at me.
Why are you going there?
Started chuckling.
At least Hackettstown's on the map, all right?
He map quested, and all that came up was bring a book.
Bring your computer, bring a book, fuck your wife.
Make sure you have water.
Bring Scrabble.
All right, dude.
Thank you, dude.
Oh, God, I can't wait for the Monday after your wedding.
I'm sure it's going to be lovely.
Water and treats.
Can't wait for your review.
Believe me, this guy totally blew it. He's spending so much money on this wedding, and he doesn't have a pot to piss in.
Well,
I feel
loans,
he still has college
that's
loans.
ridiculous.
You know what is ridiculous?
He's got college loans.
You know what is ridiculous?
And now he's got wedding loans.
They're not going with the religious thing. So why?
Well, how did it get so big and fancy?
Right, exactly. Why put yourself through that financially when you have those
Because
issues?
he's royalty.
Yeah,
He's like the Kennedys, except fatter. Yep.
Jason's so upset. So he just map quested it from Midtown to where his wedding is. 55.2 miles. It should take 1 hour and 10 minutes.
55.
But it does say.
Can I tell you something?
Up to 2 hours in traffic.
Of course. Listen, let me tell you something. I drive to Long Island a couple times a week. I'm a divorced dude. So where I used to live is about 25 miles from Manhattan.
And that takes how long?
There are days that takes me an hour and a half to go 25 miles.
Yeah, the only saving grace I would say is it's a Saturday afternoon and you're leaving the city, so you shouldn't. you shouldn't encounter much traffic.
For some reason, Gary, I know it, but like going through the Holland or Lincoln Tunnel on
the weekend.
A weekend afternoon is insane for some reason.
We don't live in like a place where you get on the interstate and you go, straight through.
Zipping
We're living in Kansas.
I'm going 6 miles out of my way because I'm taking the Tappan Zee Bridge rather than the George Washington Bridge because I wouldn't want to be on the George Washington Bridge ever.
No, that's that's definitely a better way to go for you.
But it's out of it's extra time. But it's
you
worth
got to
it.
go farther away.
I got to go upstate to cross the river.
Wow. So 50-something miles.
55.2.
Yeah, 55 miles is daunting to us here.
How far is Manhattan from like Stony Brook?
Probably about that.
Okay. You know how long
I'd say
it takes?
probably about that.
It takes at least 2 hours to get out to Stony Brook.
But Long Island is
on a trafficy day.
Long Island's a different animal. It really is. It's always there's only
But
two
it
roads.
depends too on what roads you're on in Jersey. Are
Right.
you on the Garden State Parkway? Are you on the Turnpike? What do you want?
I'm taking the Garden State.
Oh boy,
that's the good one.
I'm taking
That's
a
the good
jet.
one, yeah.
I'm going to
You're
jet in.
taking a jet.
You should copter on
I'm
top of the
coptering,
restaurant.
They don't have an
to land on the
airport.
Hoopa?
They don't have an airport there. You have to parachute out of the plane.
Howard, would it be really arrogant if you just helicopter and landed right in the front?
Blow the bride off the altar.
Yeah, what
Off the
exit is it
Hoopa?
off the Garden State Parkway? Does it say there?
Yeah, let me see. Where are we
Because
going?
that could get me to figure it out.
You're not going.
No, I'm not going. I'm just saying I'm going to give you my expertise. I used to drive a cab in that.
I don't know.
Whatever the exit is off the Parkway, I could tell you easily on this.
Actually, going down on a Saturday shouldn't be bad on the Parkway.
Right, getting out. It's getting out of the city.
Yeah.
But I mean, with you guys, that you got to think of that. It's part of the trip.
I'm thinking of it. Trust me. I haven't stopped thinking
And
about it.
depending on what street fairs they pull out of their butts this weekend, you may not know how to get to the
Here.
tunnel.
Manhattan to Stony Brook is the exact same distance.
Okay, 55 miles?
You believe that, Ronnie? Exact same distance, Stony Brook to Manhattan.
Yeah, I know. It says an hour and 10 minutes. Okay, that's with no traffic.
With no.
That's nobody on the road
Scott
but
the
you.
engineer, the big shot out there, is telling everybody, yeah, you won't hit no traffic on the West Side Highway on a Saturday afternoon.
All right. All you have to do is have one accident.
Yeah,
anything.
he's so full of shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about out there. And Lisa G's going, oh, it's the same as going to the Hamptons. Why is he complaining?
That's a long drive.
Because I'm only going there for a wedding.
Yeah, and
then
he
they come up-
stays over when he goes.
Why does he complain? Because I spend the whole weekend there or
Yeah,
a week.
I know, but
That's the point. That's how far it is. I wouldn't spend a fucking day there.
You can't even comment on something that's stupid.
I was talking to
that's
somebody.
idiotic.
I was talking to somebody
Hey,
who was
Howard?
going to the wedding the other day. They are staying over.
Yeah, there's a lot of people are. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to spend the weekend in Hackettstown
Town.
because that's fun.
I just looked at my MapQuest.
Yeah.
I'm 89.7 miles away.
Oh my God. Why'd this
You
fucker
should
do
stay
this to us?
over.
I was
hate
going to,
Jason.
but I said, it's in New Jersey. Nobody looks into the last second.
I know.
Jason's really backstabbing us.
Getting married and everything.
Yeah, I mean, really, dude, give us a break.
Him and Will dropped in the same within a month.
Right. I don't
He's
like
back.
you. I don't.
You guys are the only friends and coworkers I have that live in the city. So
Okay.
all my other family and
Live in
stuff
Hackettstown?
live in New Jersey or lower state New York.
Great.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Sorry, sir. You were out and you pulled yourself back into the wedding.
I know.
So I don't feel bad anymore.
I was yelling at Beth for that. She had nothing to do with it.
You were out.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks.
Good luck. Hope to see you there.
Jason.
What?
Why can't they just let you have fun?
Well, listen, if this was the morning zoo, I'm sure no one would even mention it, but this is the Howard Stern show, and, everything's got to be a problem, but, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm good.
You brought up a good point. Howard had a hubba as well,
Yes.
and he sort of weaseled his way out of it. Why didn't you pounce on him more about that?
I tried to, but then he wanted to kick me out of the studio. Look, here's the deal. Howard thinks everything he does is the perfect right way to do it, and that's how everybody else should do their things.
Right.
And I disagree with him. I think Howard's wedding was very nice, and he did things his way. I'll do things my way. And if he doesn't like it, I'm sure we'll hear all about it the Monday after my wedding.
So realistically, your wedding's a little over an hour outside the city,
Yes.
not an hour and a half.
No.
There's going to be 175 people there.
Yes.
You're going to have a few, trinkets of tradition in there.
Just, sprinkled in, just a little ambiance, basically.
Right.
Jewish ambiance.
But overall, it's non-denominational.
Not that we're getting married by a Unitarian. There's no rabbi, there's no priest, there's no yarmulkes, there's it's not a kosher wedding. We're really trying to keep God, away from this wedding.
Right.
So that's it. And if Howard's got a problem with my chuppah, then I don't know. Maybe he'll lose sleep over it, but I'm fine.
Hopefully he'll have a couple of his vodka drinks and loosen up and have a good time.
Oh, please, I beg you, please. Someone get a few drinks in Howard so he loosens up and has fun. Please.
Well, good luck, man.
Thank you,
All right,
dude.
sir.
Hey, next time you see this fat body on TV, I'll be married. And let me tell you something. When I get married, I've decided I'm going to really let myself go. I'm going to stop trying to maintain. You know what I mean? Like now that I'm off the market, I'm just going to kind of relax and just kind of not take care of myself.
Let's get a shot of that hand before you become Lord of the Rings here. Let's sit. All right, next time we see you, you'll be shining.
If you can see it through all this.
Richard. Motherfucker. I am telling you for the last time, you can't do this to me.
What do what?
Keep walking and then you'll fall off the fucking pier.
Come on, man, right this way.
Oh, don't fucking order me around, you little piece of shit. Why? Why should I follow you?
Because this is
We're gonna put me in a green room with no food.
We're gonna put you in another green
After
room.
hear Howard say, "Oh, I guess Richard wants to come in the show after 30 years." I helped him get a show.
Yes.
If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have a fucking show.
So what's going on, man?
Everything. You want to know what's going on?
Yeah.
I think Curb's gonna come back. I have a feeling. I have a couple of projects of my own. I'm touring endlessly, and I can still have intercourse.
Richard Lewis is here. He's on his Misery Loves Company tour. Richard was recently saying that he hates getting older. And I understand. I went to the dentist yesterday. Oh, there he is. A lot of the guys were commenting on the way Richard dresses. They say he always wears a Nehru jacket. He still has Nehru.
Well, this is what's aging him.
Yeah, that's what's aging you. You would look much younger if you got
quite
that.
a nice hello after 6 months.
Why do you always say the guys
By the way,
want
I
to know?
gotta take a
Listen,
shit.
man.
Is there a private John?
You can use it. It's
I
for
was
you.
listening- Hi, guys.
there.
I was listening to that. You have perfect right. No one should sit on that fucking toilet but you and maybe and your cast.
No, I have
But
a
he
private
has his
bathroom.
own.
Oh, of course you would, but
I have my
don't
own.
want to have some strange asshole sitting on a toilet. First of all, it's not right.
We set up that bathroom for our guests.
I'm an elitist when it comes to moving my bowels.
Well, honestly, I'm going to tell you something.
Can I sit down?
Yeah, sit down. That bathroom was set up for guests, actually, and it's pretty embarrassing when the guests show up and there's shit on the floor. Like one of our guys shits on the floor. Is that a tattoo on your hand?
Huh?
Is that a tattoo on your hand?
No,
Or
it's,
do you get
no, 'cause
ink,
it's writing jokes and shit.
Oh, you're
all
writing
day long.
jokes. That's
well, no,
all.
millions of but
Are you trying to show people what you do for a living by keeping ink on your hands? You're saying, "Hey, look, I'm a writer. Two things we
Yeah,
notice
I am.
about you. You
I
always
am.
wear Nehru jacket, like a Nehru kind of look.
Yeah.
The guys notice
It's a
this,
little
not me.
homage to Lenny Bruce. He used to wear them a lot, and I like the look anyway.
You dress like Lenny Bruce.
I'm not a fucking whack job. I like Nehru.
Do you
You're
wear?
not a whack job. You're willing to go out on a limb like that.
That was a stretch.
Do you wear Nehru in honor of Lenny Bruce? Is that what you're here to say?
I saw him in a jacket once, and I went to look for a Nehru jacket, and I found about 8 or 9 different types, so I bought them all.
See, I thought you were a fan of the Emperor of Japan, not Lenny Bruce.
By the way, for the shit, you can take a DNA test and find out whose shit it is on the floor.
And the other thing guys noticed about Richard Lewis, these
I
are
love
my
when you
guys.
listen to me. I'll say like I committed suicide. You go, you don't like minor birds, do you?
I don't listen to you.
It's fine. I love it.
Like, do you wear a top hat in honor of Lincoln? I mean, how else do you dress?
Who else are you honoring with your garb?
Yeah.
Well, I'm wearing the
It's a
tramp
tribute.
outfit.
But you're one of the few.
The Keaton hat.
That's really an unusual thing, really.
I'm like Jewish Carrot Top now.
You love Lenny Bruce and you dress like him because out of homage, I guess.
Well, look, Peter Sellers wore Nehru outfits.
Do you love Nehru?
Gandhi.
You love Nehru. This
Love
jacket.
Nehru.
This
Well,
jacket.
Gandhi wore a diaper.
Yeah.
Well, over a big diaper.
No, it's very interesting because he does. He wears Nehru all the time.
I think I'm one of the best dressed comics that ever lived. What do you think of that theory?
I don't believe
you see
that.
these schmendricks come in here.
You look good, though. You always have a nice look. And the other thing is, too, your smell is unique. And Gary said to me, all the guys are saying, Richard always comes in with this very soapy smell.
A soapy
It's not
smell.
soapy, thank you.
What is it?
That's not.
What is it, a
it's
cologne?
Aqua de Silva. I've worn it for 40 years.
But you put a lot on. I mean, it's part of who
I'll
you
tell you
are.
the truth. I put a funnel in my ass and it's everywhere.
Aqua.
You want to know something really bad?
DeSalva.
Every chick that I went out with since college loved it.
Wrong.
My wife hates it.
Of course.
You know what she feels? It smells like soap.
It's soapy. I feel like
she feels like you, and it pisses me off.
Feels like you're overly showered in some way.
That's what she says. It pisses me off. Every other person I cheated on everyone but my wife, and the one woman who I finally marry hates the way I smell.
But you realize what it is. Women shouldn't really be that aware of that smell.
Why
in other
not?
words, you're probably putting too much on.
I put a whole shitload on.
Yeah, I mean, I can smell it from here.
You can't, can you?
Yeah. You know, you recently said you hate getting older, and I was at
who likes it?
Yeah, I was at the dentist yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, I've been having a thing that whenever I drink something really cold, it hurts my tooth, like a cavity. So
You're
I said,
getting that pain.
well, I had this pain.
Maybe you have a nerve problem.
Maybe I had a problem. So they took X-rays. They don't see anything. The guy figured out. Dr. Kaufman figured out. He says to me, "When you get older, your gum starts to recede a little bit."
That's true. I heard that too.
Yeah.
Your
But
nerve
20
is
years ago, I heard
exposed?
that.
Yeah, he goes, "It's nothing. You know, they put some stuff on it, but it's horrible, right? Getting older, you don't like it."
I have a torn rotator cuff, torn bicep. I had a hernia.
You're a mess.
A ball popped out of my groin. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a tumor.
Did you get an operation?
Yes. So I went back because it's hurting for the last year. So the doctor, who's a genius,
right?
He brings in a protege. So they both put each finger, up one ball and one on the other. I almost had a fucking heart attack.
Why do they each need to put a finger on your balls? Do you think
Because
you're a
he's
celebrity?
showing the protege how to do a hernia test.
You?
But
Why do you have to
you're
be
a
the
celebrity.
crash
I would
test
imagine
dummy?
you must be. You should be treated a certain way.
What are you
Only
talking about? I swear to God,
one
this is the
finger.
truth.
Right.
When you go for a physical, you got to take urine. You give you urine.
Yeah.
For 30 years, because I'm such a hypochondriac, they give you this little thing where you're supposed to take. I don't know how you do it. You're supposed to put it under your ass while you're taking a dump, and then take a little piece of a fudgicle stick and smear it, and then take another side of the stool and smear it, and then do the same thing for 2 days in a row. It's so because you gotta catch the shit while it falls out.
What are they testing your shit for?
I don't know, cancer, polio. I don't fucking know.
Polio?
I'm gonna die eventually.
Do you think you can detect polio for your shit?
Maybe.
He's got polio of the anus.
But here,
Your doctor has you shit on a little stick.
No, you gotta catch the manure like a butterfly net.
Yeah.
And then you take it comes with a stick. You take, and it says the directions are hilarious.
I think they're
Carve
fucking with you.
one piece of duty. It doesn't say duty.
Right.
One piece of stool from one half of your stool.
Right.
And then the other half. And then do it the same thing the next day and mail it in. So I went to my doctor. I said, "Do you think Jack Nicholson and Liz Taylor are shitting on this and doing this with fudgicle sticks?"
So did they find anything in
You
your
know what
stool?
the doctor told me?
What?
You're the only guy in 30 years who's ever sent this shit in.
I knew
Nobody
it.
else does.
Oh, no one else. They'd rather die than catch their shit in their own
Of
hands.
course. I mean,
so I'm never going to do it again.
oh my God, I'm
But
so
you look in
sorry
pretty
for
good
you.
health. How's your wife?
My wife's great. My marriage is good.
Yeah, mine too. We got married. Well, this is your second one, but this is you're set. I'm set.
This is your second marriage too, right?
I would never give this one up.
But this is your second marriage.
What's
Isn't
this
it?
theory? No, I never got married.
You never got married before?
I never wanted to get married.
You
I didn't
cheated
want-
though when you would date women. You were supposedly monogamous, but you
Oh, I
would cheat
cheated on everyone.
You would cheat on them all.
Everyone.
Everyone.
I'm not proud of it. I was a
So,
sex addict.
When you read about Sandra Bullock's husband cheating, when you read about Tiger Woods, or David Letterman, even, you're not
Yeah.
surprised. You had
But
to be
wait a minute.
surprised
He
with
just
Letterman.
he just said he was a
Wait.
sex addict.
Wait a second. You were surprised with Letterman, weren't you?
I don't know Dave that well, so I don't know his personal. I'm not surprised that anyone fucks around because I think men are. I think men are. I'm not a scientist about this shit, but I think men want to fuck as much as they can.
Right.
But
Okay?
you consider yourself a sex addict?
Here's the difference. I was a sex addict when I went from one woman to another because that was it. It was a conquest, like another line of blow. But when you're in one relationship and you want to be, you know, and I don't want to commit adultery, then it's great if you can become a sex addict with the same woman, like Howard keeps saying on the he loves to fuck and all that.
Right,
He doesn't
right.
masturbate. He saves his sperm, which to me is like a joke.
Right.
You don't save sperm.
I didn't
He
say
didn't
save my
say
sperm.
I heard you once say you save up your sperm.
No, I said you save up your desire. In other words, if you keep
that's right, you did say that.
if you keep being off, then you don't want to be with the same woman.
Never stops me. I beat off a lot, and I still can
You
get
still
up.
beat off
I love beating off.
at your age. You haven't matured at all.
When do you do
What am I in
this?
Yiddish theater? Of course I jerk
know,
off.
how do you- how
I
did-
jerked
when-
off this morning.
Did you?
Really?
Fucking A.
That's why I won't shake your hand.
No, I wash.
What did you think about when you jerked off?
I think about, you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I can get an erection at any time I want. But
Good
I
for
think
you.
about dirty, I think about the worst women, and that would hurt, sadly, my wife the most. And I get hard in a minute.
Girls with swastikas on them.
No, I could, that
Jesse
I don't
James's
like.
girl?
But you know, I heard about that Bullock thing.
Yeah.
How can you not know that something's going on? It's hard for me to believe.
Well, first of all, she's an actress that was away for several
Months
months.
at a time.
You know,
Right.
making these movies. So she really isn't that aware.
Wow,
And,
that's
you know,
too bad.
it's
But
unbelievable.
when he's doing it while she's in the garage, because that's kind
Is that
of
what he
crazy
said?
not
I missed
to know.
that.
That's what
They were
one of
fucking
the,
while she was.
Yeah, he was taking girls in the garage office while she was in the other part.
All right.
Listen,
All right.
I know you hate anti-Semitism, but
Well,
if a
of course,
really
and
hot,
racism.
if a really hot chick
Yeah.
is going to blow you,
Was
but,
it, and it was a neo-Nazi?
but she sees white power. You see white power on the
Yeah,
back
she's
of her
got the
legs.
I don't get
swastika
blowjobs
on the
from
arm.
Nazis.
You don't get blowjobs from Nazis?
Never.
I would take the blowjob from the Nazi. I would.
Oh, you would?
I'd be honest. Yeah, afterwards, I would scold her, but
In other words, you'd come and scold?
yeah, if she was really super hot and I'm banging her and I see the swastika on her back, I'm
Yeah, but
going
you're
to
only
finish.
half Jewish. I'm totally Jewish. It's not allowed.
Maybe
It's in
that's
the
what
Torah.
it is. Why?
But I'm-
what cured your sex addiction? Was
yeah,
it
that's
going?
what I wanted to
I'll
know.
tell you
Did
what
he
cured
get
it.
treatment?
Was it going to therapy?
No, getting sober.
Getting sober.
Because here's the deal about Tiger Woods and all these guys. First of all, if he wasn't married, he should do whatever the fuck he wants.
Of course.
It's consequences. These people don't know. They don't think they're going to get caught. It's a fucking joke.
Right.
It always catches up with you.
And a sex addict.
And whoever you're fucking, I used to fuck a circus clown.
That's true. I know that's true. You're not making a
I
joke.
actually told this story yesterday. I don't mean to repeat it on some show.
Go ahead.
But I won't do the thing. It's not a routine.
Well, tell me.
There was a circus, a 6'1", high heels, black stockings, the black bra, dark, hot red lipstick.
Right. She was good looking.
Unbelievable.
And much
I
taller
wasn't married
than you.
at the time.
She was 6'1".
Yeah, great in bed.
Right.
But she was 70 miles from Hollywood.
Right.
And I said, do I have to really drive 140 miles round trip when I can jerk off in 8 seconds?
Right. But you're compelled. It's not even about the sex. It's the addiction to people.
It's like an addiction. It's like you want
Right.
it. It's sad. But here's the difference. And I know I sound great, like Gandhi here. But if you get a blowjob from somebody,
right?
Okay. So this is what happened once. It was during the Jewish holidays.
Right.
And this girl was cooking a brisket to break the Yom Kippur fast.
She was a Jewish circus clown.
Yes.
Wow. You don't hear about that a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The Tempe soundtrack.
So she was cooking.
But if you make love with somebody or get a blowjob, your penis is responsible not just feeling for your girlfriend,
right,
but for the woman who just blew you.
Right.
Right? So it's a three-way problem going on. So this really happened. The woman said that the tall man who loved me, was a fan of mine.
In the circus.
Yeah.
The
He's
world's
7'9".
tallest. 7'9".
He had a thyroid problem.
Right.
He died.
Wait
and
a second.
he asked her that in his will I want Richard Lewis to be a pallbearer.
The 7'9" guy
Yeah,
wanted
so when
you.
I went there, we fucked. She says, Tall Teddy died. I said, Tall Teddy died? I'm sorry to hear about that. I liked him. Because I went to see her once perform. I had to do that.
So you knew all the other circus performers?
Yes, they got the midgets and the dwarfs.
You weren't ashamed to
but
take
Tall
her in
Teddy
public?
died.
Right.
And she says, and we just had intercourse. I didn't,
Right.
and my Jewish girlfriend at the time was making food
Brisket.
to break the fast.
Okay.
I'm not that religious, but I fasted because I wanted to diet too.
Okay, I see. So the girl.
But I didn't go.
The circus clown wasn't Jewish. It was your girlfriend.
No.
Right. Yeah.
Way not Jewish.
Oh, okay. Now I got it.
I said shalom. She thought I was saying menorah. She had no clue what I was fucking saying. So she wanted me to sleep over and go to the
Teddy's
funeral with her
right.
to hold Tall Teddy's casket. And I said, there's no fucking way. But she says, we just fucked and you're not doing me a favor. I went, my wife Not my wife. That was a Freudian slip.
My girlfriend's making
My girlfriend is making a brisket. She didn't know what brisket was.
Right.
The whole thing was a mistake. I'm screwing someone who doesn't know what brisket is, doesn't know what Yom Kippur is.
In other words,
I can't take it anymore. So I did all that shit, didn't you?
If you weren't a sex addict, in other words, you wouldn't sit and drive 80 miles to get a woman.
No.
You wouldn't be fucking.
Well, I would probably,
you wouldn't be fucking a circus clown, is what
no,
you're saying.
I would if she was within 10-mile radius.
Yeah.
You got to be a fucking clown yourself to drive 75 miles.
But yet you claim, with all the women that you would go after, with all the wrong types of women, still the swastika would have kept you away, even with your sex addiction.
There's no blowjob with a swastika on someone.
Then you're no addict.
I wonder if
That's true.
I'm
Good
sure you're
point.
no expert in this, but I wonder if Tall Teddy's feet stuck out of the casket, or do they actually build? Do they?
I didn't go to the funeral.
Did they cut off his feet? You think?
They could have chopped him at the ankles.
You want to know something? They
Yeah.
do that sometimes. Sometimes if a casket's not big enough.
No, but they can make a big one.
No.
Wilt Chamberlain.
What, do you think they whip those
you
things
think
right
they
up?
folded Wilt Chamberlain in half?
Wilt Chamberlain was a wealthy man. I don't think Tall Teddy had
You know, I
that kind of
dated
funds.
somebody who dated Wilt.
No
Really?
kidding.
You
Yeah,
shared.
back in the 70s.
What'd you
and
say?
I knew Wilt. He was a good guy.
Right.
But when I found out, I mean, I got an average dick, okay?
Right.
It's not small, it's not gigantic, but it's good.
I could have guessed that. Go ahead.
good.
Yes.
You know, no one's complained.
Right.
But when you're making love with Chamberlain, you got to just do the algebra.
Right.
You got to imagine it's gigantic.
Right.
So I was with this woman, and she says, I said, she says, who are you? Because we were like getting close.
Right.
Who are you dating? I said, well, there's 2 waitresses at the club here, and this actress. She says, I'm dating Wilt Chamberlain. My penis had a panic attack.
Right.
I said, when did you last have intercourse with Wilt? She says, last night.
Wow.
I ran out of the fucking house screaming.
Of course, because you felt competitive, right?
Well, I would have needed a penis posse to go in there.
Let me ask you one more theoretical question. I really want to understand the level of your sex addiction. So you're getting a blowjob. You're in the middle of it.
From the clown or anyone?
In the middle of it, and you see the swastika on the girl's back. You still run out
Yeah,
the
you
door?
didn't know it was there.
Well, you know that point in time when your cum has to come?
Right.
Then it's not really me not caring it's a Nazi. It's just it's my cum's fault.
You're somebody who is on top of the scene. You're part of show business. When you heard about the Conan O'Brien, Jay Leno,
You're going to hate me for this.
Why?
Because back in '94, you weren't a fan of Conan. I
like Conan very much.
Oh, now you do?
I used
to rag on him.
I went on Conan's show many times and enjoyed it, and said he was one of the best interviewers in late night.
He's a great interviewer.
That's right.
And he's brilliant. But here's my feeling about the show. I think I read what you said too. I think I agree with you. When you take over the Tonight Show,
right?
Let's say someone took over your show. You wanted to retire.
That's right.
This is a huge franchise.
Right.
Same thing.
Right.
So if someone takes over the Tonight Show, if you two left, if everybody here left,
right,
and you had to fill someone in, there should be promotion up the fucking ass.
Of course.
They didn't promote Conan.
No, they promoted Jay.
They did.
That's right.
And he got fucked. They didn't give him a fighting chance. I don't know if it would have worked.
Not only didn't they give him a fighting chance, all of the best guests went to the 10 o'clock show.
Because there's more people watching.
And and Jay provided such a shitty lead-in for Conan. I mean, bad.
Well, look, Jay beat Dave, and I'm a Letterman guy. I mean, I've been doing Letterman since '82.
Right.
He's been great to me. But I mean, the point of the matter is, Leno, if you want to count the fucking ratings, he killed Dave.
Right.
Dave would be the first to admit it. I don't even know why they made the fucking move.
I've been fired from jobs. NBC humiliated me.
I saw your movie. It was a good movie, by the way.
Thank you. NBC humiliated me. Movie was made 15 years ago.
He finally saw it.
Well, I was on
thank you for watching. When I was at NBC, I was fired.
15 years ago, that movie was?
Yeah, I don't know. 12 years
you
ago.
You look better now than you did then.
Absolutely. And you
you
look
said
better
to me
now,
the last
too.
time I was here. do you tweeze your eyebrows?
Me?
Did he say that to you?
Yeah. And I could, and I'm
You
still...
do tweeze your eyebrows.
You looked at me, and you said, you tweeze your eyebrows.
And you do.
And then I took my glasses off, and he said, put them back on. You look horrible. Everything I do is wrong. You're like my mother.
No. No, I'm not.
No, but I do cut my eyebrows when there's like a gray hair.
Yeah.
I puke.
Do you have gray pubes yet?
There's a little area there that's causing me concern.
I'm so sorry.
Well, my wife looks at it and she laughs. It's very hard to maintain an erection when your wife is saying, "What's that patch of gray?"
By the way,
what?
But it looks distinguished.
It's not a fucking toupee.
By the way,
you think you have a toupee? Can you get a toupee for your groin?
Yeah, it's called a merkin.
No, come on, seriously.
That's what it's called. It's called a merkin. It's a pubic wig.
Get out of here.
People get it. People who used to have cancer or chemo and stuff like that, they would get a pubic
Really?
wig, and
So
they
what,
do
you
sell
slip
them.
it over your penis and you glue it on?
That's right. I have one of those. I look like Groucho down there. Anyway,
One of my lines, by the way. You're not gonna. If you lose your hair, would you? I mean, you have some of the greatest hair. I'm getting
I don't
thin,
color
but I'm
my
not
hair.
gonna fucking put anything.
No.
You can see when there's a fucking piece of Brillo in the front. You ever see the guys in the front?
Do you think you're going to lose your hair?
I am. I'm getting thin in the back. Well, I mean, after I pass 60, it's just I'm on borrowed time.
If you get a toupee, it'll be a joke.
I'm never gonna wear it.
You
You
can't.
think I'd ever see you in a toupee? You'd fucking murder me.
And you'd murder me.
I wouldn't. I'd rip it off your head.
I know. So I can't do it.
But what about guys? My father, rest his soul.
Did he
I
have a
used to go
toupee?
shopping with him. Not
No.
at the end. At the end. But I said, I want to get that shirt. He says, let me tell you something, Richard. That shirt's shit. Save up for the good shirt.
Right.
Don't buy the shit shirt. I had this. It's the same theory for a toupee.
Right.
Why do guys wear rugs that look like, two squirrels having oral sex on their fucking
But don't
head?
you think some guys just don't know? They don't have the ability to see themselves, so therefore they don't know they look like
that's
that.
stupid?
Yeah. They don't have that eye. They think that it looks good.
Come on, if there's a little wind that comes up, it spins like a beanie.
Do you think there are guys that wear toupees and they're really good and we don't know it?
I know a lot of actors.
All right, name a
who
few.
Don't think that people think they have a toupee.
Like John Travolta. We know he wears a toupee, right?
It looks that way, but I don't know. I don't.
Who do you
did
know that wears a toupee that thinks no one knows? Like, I think Burt Reynolds thinks nobody
I
knows.
was just going to say, I played poker. He just had a heart attack. I think he's a great guy. And someone told me that he had a lot of work done. So I was playing poker.
You're kidding.
Oh, all right. But then
Of
someone
course.
told me that. So I'm
Yeah.
playing poker this is like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And he's next to me. And all I'm doing, like a nutcase, I'm staring at his face, his chin, his dick, his eyebrows.
You
Howard,
can't
you
concentrate
could
on
not
your
tell
cards.
for a second. It looked all real.
You sound to me like you're having some fun. Like, where do you play poker with celebrities?
There's a famous poker game.
Steve Martin's house?
No.
Gary
It's
Shandling?
called Norby Walters. It's been on for 20 years, and you never know who's going to show up. It's amazing.
Norby Walters?
Yeah, he's a famous Hollywood guy. He used to be a manager, and now he has a poker game every week.
And who was there besides
Anybody
Burt
and
Reynolds?
everybody shows up.
And what do
Lots
you
of
do?
action?
Big
What do you
stakes?
do?
Yeah, like I was sitting next to Peter Bogdanovich 2 weeks ago.
Wow,
It was a
he's a
pistol.
big director.
Yeah, he's great.
Who invites you to the game? How-
Norby's a friend of mine.
But you
I
have
get
to
the
be
list.
somebody, right?
Huh?
You have to be somebody.
Yeah.
They don't
Well,
allow
you
any
gotta be in
schlub.
show business.
Right. So you show up, and
But
Peter
anyone
Bogdan-
could be. George Siegel plays a lot.
George Siegel. He's
Yeah.
alive?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Well, do you play a lot of cards? Are you a
no,
big
but
gambler?
look, it's only $1 too, so it's just for fun.
Right.
So listen to this: about 4 months ago, Larry David, who I rarely see,
Right.
and I know
And
him
you're
since-
on his television show. We should
Yeah,
say Curb Your
I think he's
Enthusiasm.
going to do an 8th season, which I'm happy about. I hope
Right.
he didn't say it, but I think he. You know what's something? Just you would be impressed by this. You know how they have those panels at the Museum of Broadcasting?
Sure.
We had one last Sunday in L.A.
Yeah.
They sold out a 1,900-seat theater for panel discussion.
For Larry David.
For the Curb Your Enthusiasm cast. That's
Well,
pretty
look,
impressive.
Larry David is a genius.
He is a genius. He just won a lifetime. Yeah, he is a genius.
I know you think I'm putting. I don't watch that
I know
show.
you told me that. I don't give a shit.
But I know you don't give a shit. You take it personally that I don't watch the show.
No, you don't. You watch it. Though.
I love the show.
It's a great show.
But he really was the brains behind Seinfeld, right?
Fucking A.
Yeah. So Larry.
No, but let me tell you what happened.
All right.
Very
so Larry
quick. I'll make it
David.
quick. I'll
by
make
the
it
way,
quick.
Larry David's been a friend of yours for over
50 years.
50
I met
years.
him when I was 12.
You were at summer camp with Larry David.
Hated him. Never saw him again until I became a comic. Became best friends. I was probably a drunk already.
Right.
I stared at him. I went, "There's something about you that's spooking the shit out of me."
Right.
And he got scared because he wasn't a drinker. He wasn't
Right.
a druggie at all.
Why did you hate him at 12?
Because he was a fucking prick.
He was a prick.
Yeah, so was I.
Why was he a prick? What did he do to you?
He was a gangly, obnoxious fucking asshole like I was. He used to punch me. I punched him. I used to beat him. We had fist fights. But when I became a comic, he loved my work, and I loved his work. And then one day I got drunk at 2 in the morning here in New York.
Right.
And it's something about him scared the shit out of me. And we retraced our childhood. I went to this fucking camp when I was 12. I said, I went to camp. Which camp was that? Camp All America. I went to camp. You're that fucking asshole? And we came to blows at the bar.
You beat him up.
Well, we grabbed each other by our sweaters.
Tell me what happened, though, at this poker game. You say
Let me tell you about this Larry David thing. This is unbelievable.
Go ahead.
I rarely see him.
Right.
The guy loves me. I got his back. He's got mine. But sometimes you just you just
You're
don't-
doing your own thing.
You do your own thing. I don't give a shit.
Right.
I love the guy though. So he says, meet me at this restaurant in Beverly Hills. It was a real posh place. That's all right. I've been there. You know, I didn't give a shit. But I don't like him paying all the time.
Right.
So I mean, I got bread, but he's loaded, obviously.
Right. He's got hundreds
so
of millions
I
of
got there a
dollars.
half hour early.
Right.
I knew the guy, Maitre D. Said, listen, can you bring me the check. And they get nervous. Oh, Mr. David. No. Fuck Mr. David. I'm paying for the dinner.
Right.
He comes a half hour late. The maitre d' comes over, and I look at the menu, and Larry says, don't embarrass me. I said, what do you mean embarrass you? He says, he brings us the food that he wants us to eat. I said, what is this fucking, what am I, Papillon?
Yeah.
I'll order what the fuck I want.
He doesn't believe in ordering?
No, he says, because they know, they let the chef bring us food.
Wow.
I mean, this is so unlike him because he's a real down-to-earth guy.
Right.
The guy brings about 25 fucking entrees. Now I'm thinking, I'm in for like $1,000 already.
Right.
The phone rings in 20 seconds. He's a half hour late. The phone rings in 20 seconds.
Right.
It's Steve Martin. I'm sorry for name dropping.
All right.
And
Steve
here's
Martin, the
here's
famous
what Larry
comedian.
says. Steve, what's wrong? Holy shit, I forgot. And he closes his cell phone. He says, I have a poker game. I forgot. And he left.
And he left you sitting
were
there.
stuck with the...
Stuck with 30 dishes and $1,000 bill.
Talk to me about something like that. That's a funny story.
Well, it's true, though.
It's a funny story, but does that really hurt you? Because you know what? You're a tremendously talented guy. You never got the big hit
George
like
Starwood
Larry.
does.
Listen to me. You have to have a television career.
I got the acclaim I wanted as a comic. That's all that matters.
But Larry David just pissed on you at that dinner.
Well, at the dinner because he had a but then they called me in the car. They're both.
Would he have done that to Seinfeld? No, but he did it to you.
Well, Steve Martin and him called me in the car for an hour, and they said, "Come over." First of all, there was one reason.
In other words, Steve Martin's more important than you to Larry David, so he dumps you.
They had an empty seat, and he forgot. I mean,
You were all right with that.
I was all right with that, but I wasn't going to go anyway because imagine their game. All right, I'll see that 30,000 like Cincinnati Kid.
Yeah.
I had $80 in my pocket. I was broke from the fucking dinner.
Do you think Steve Martin and Larry David play for high stakes?
Fuck, they have to.
I never get
I don't know
invited
for
to
sure,
that.
but do you like to play poker?
I would play for $1 too. I wouldn't play
It's
for.
fun playing. Then you cock around.
Right.
When I go to that Norby Walters game,
Yeah.
I'm like Rickles. I put everyone down. I don't give a fuck who's there.
But you like going because it's showbiz people. You wouldn't go to a regular
No,
poker
it's
game.
fun. It's fun to
You don't have
meet
any
somebody.
normal friends.
Huh?
You don't have normal friends. You have showbiz friends.
No, I don't. I have normal friends.
Really?
There's a genius artist here. I buy his artwork, Carl Totolo in New York. I have friends who are real people.
All right.
I don't, showbiz. I have very few showbiz friends. The only thing I'm missing is having a meeting your wife. My wife's not in town this week, but
I got to meet her.
She's
I got to see her, but she's hot.
She is. She's pretty cool.
She's much younger than you?
No, she's about
Really?
6-7 years younger.
6-7
I mean,
years
I met her
younger.
when she was like 43.
No kidding.
And I was in my early 50s.
You've really matured.
I don't want to tell a chick what Serpico is.
Why not?
Do you want to go see? I want to watch
Take me 2
Serpico.
seconds to tell a young girl what Serpico is.
Yeah. Not when they say they think it's like a urinary tract infection. No,
Is it
no.
really that
It's
important to you that a
fucking
girl
movie
knows
by
what
Sidney
Serpico
Lumet
is?
and Al Pacino's in it.
He likes to talk in shorthand.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't want to date someone who wasn't alive when I was watching Clockwork Orange. I can't take it.
I hate dating girls who know what Serpico is. Isn't that funny?
We're very different.
Yeah, we
Well,
are.
listen, you were married a long time, and you have family, and now and you have a beautiful, happy marriage. But
I'm very
I did
happy.
the opposite.
Right.
I fucked like crazy, did all the drugs, and now I wanted somebody who was, a little more who understood me.
By the way, I know you always try to get Artie off the drugs. I always appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I tried the last time.
That was great, yeah.
You
I'm
recommended it-
heartbroken.
Yeah, you
I've
recommended.
been reaching out to him.
Right.
That's all you can do. It's up to him.
You try to help.
I've tried to help for 2 years.
Go ahead,
You know
talk
what?
to him.
Let me tell you something.
Right, let Richard talk to you.
Listen.
You respect him.
You want to play gin tonight with Dr. Pinsky and I? That's the first thing I want to ask you.
Richard.
Artie, I was listening to a show the other night, and after the show, they interview everyone here on the show.
Right.
It's exactly what happened to me. Everyone has the right. Howard has his spin on it. Hey, he keeps the comedy intact. He says, "Hey, I have no problems with Artie doing it.
I
He's
don't.
great on the show." But and it's true. Some people say, "Let him do what he fucking wants to do." Robin is far more right in terms of what I know about being a drug addict. Right. She knows that you're fucking on a death fucking wish. Okay, you're in denial, Marty. That's it. You're
I don't
in
think I'm on a death wish. I don't. I think I'm fine.
I think he's right.
It's a death wish, man. Don't you get? You're a fucking drug addict. And
I know I'm a drug addict, but I don't think I'm on a death wish right now.
You
I
are
really
on
don't.
a death wish. I heard what you did. You went to a place. You had some Wolfgang Puck sandwiches.
I wish.
You jerked off.
That would've been great.
You had some wheat juice, and then you jerked off again. And then you had pizza with fucking peanut butter on. It's all bullshit. I just pray that he. If this is not a bottom, nothing is.
This is the bottom, right? This is it. You're going to take your own life.
If what I read was true, and you know more than me, I'm not going to ask you about it. I know you're uncomfortable about it. If you try to take your own life, and this doesn't ring loud and clear that you just can't do fucking drugs and drink anymore, that's done. You did it. You're lucky you're alive.
Did you ever try to take your own life?
No.
You would never do that.
No.
Then
I wouldn't masturbate anymore.
Do you and your wife discuss Serpico a lot? I mean, how often?
How often does Serpico come up in your life?
Is it really that?
I used to put. You dated a much younger woman and married.
Yes.
I used to put them through drills, almost like a terrorist.
All right.
I tie them behind. I would tie their hands behind their back. It was a little hot too, by the way. We combined sex with it too. I'd say you're watching my favorite Pacino movies and my favorite De Niro movies, 3 a day, and I tie them hands behind a bridge chair,
right.
and then we have intercourse afterwards.
Why are you masturbating so much if your marriage
Not
is
that
so great?
much.
How many times a week?
Well, on the road I get lonely when I'm not with my wife.
When you're with your wife, you have sex with her?
Yeah, of course.
How many times a week would you say? Honestly.
It's hard to know.
Two
because
times?
I'm on the road a lot, so you got to factor that in.
On the road with the stand-up?
Yes, and that's why I jerk off on the road.
Leaves home?
And I don't know, I thought maybe he just leaves.
What did you say?
I thought you
He
just
says you're on the road with stand-up. I said, what do you think? He just leaves home?
Yeah, I just come home and like I want to see promoters. Holy shit. 40 years of this shit?
When you were working with Jamie Lee Curtis, now there was
20
an
years ago.
attractive woman.
Yeah. I smell something really horrible coming.
Did you ever get a boner when you were working with her? I mean, were you ever physically attracted to her?
When we finally made love in the scripts?
Yes.
And I got the script Friday for Monday rehearsal.
Yeah.
I used to speed read. Please let me have a makeout scene.
Let's consummate. Yeah.
All week is unbelievable.
Right.
Let's do. I would blow the lines purposely. Let's do the thing again. I fucked it up. I don't know where the camera is.
Gorgeous woman.
Unbelievable. So, but I put on like 3 jocks because I would have got a Woody.
Were you attracted to her physically?
Audience.
Did you want her?
She's gorgeous.
Nothing ever went down.
Well, I know because I knew Chris Guest, and I draw the line with married people.
You never did that. You didn't break the man
Never.
code.
That's bullshit. You fucked married women.
Never.
I know you did.
No.
I know a married woman who fucked you.
She's lying.
Is she?
It's just like these Tiger Woods people that come out of the closet.
Yeah.
Why would you don't believe every one of these women telling the truth?
I do believe
slept with Tiger Woods.
I believe it. Robin slept with him.
Huh? So did I.
Yeah. Listen, let me.
I feel bad for Tiger Woods.
Richard Lewis.
Bad for him?
Why do you
Because
bad for him?
Yeah.
You're right.
Because
If he-
a lot of
saying,
people
wait
are
a
lying.
minute, wait a
Listen,
minute.
if I was 34, I did exactly what he did.
But you weren't married.
And I didn't have his money.
And you didn't get endorsements.
And then I didn't lose the money,
Right.
and I
And you
didn't have
didn't
any,
have
and I didn't
this
commit
image,
adultery.
yeah.
So that's the way you do it. So if you're listening, fuck your brains out, but just don't get married.
Of course, if he wasn't married, no one would care.
Yeah, he'd be
Right.
happy. He'd be like Hefner.
But he's out of his mind. What is he carrying on? Get a divorce and go carry on with women. That's all.
I don't understand why he doesn't get a divorce. He's so transparent that
Yeah.
he wants to keep endorsements, it seems to me.
Yes.
Right.
He should just say, you know what, the marriage was a mistake. I'm going to be a great father. My wife's very upset, and I'm moving on. We're moving on. We're going to be great parents.
And that,
I think they would believe him if he said that.
And that wife is so sexy.
Gorgeous.
Oh, my God. I would give it to her hard, and I would not get tired of that. I mean, that sounds terrific to me.
So your wife doesn't care that you say that, right?
Well, if I was a single guy,
Oh,
sure.
a single guy, you mean.
No, my wife. I love my wife.
I know, but does your wife get jealous if you look at other women in a restaurant, say?
I don't do that. I'm very focused on her. I'm in a different place.
Tell
I'm
me
a
the
different
truth.
man. I'm being honest.
Because my wife and I can look at someone and go, holy shit, how fucking beautiful that woman is or that guy.
Well, sure, we'll comment. Like she
You're
thought...
looking at guys?
No, I look at chicks. She looks at
Richard
guys.
looks at guys, not me. Just real quick, you had a health scare recently.
I always have a health scare.
You had to have a chest
When I-
X-ray, and they found something on your lung. Is that true?
Is that true?
Well, I told the story yesterday on a show.
What show was this?
I don't want to tell you.
Why?
Because you're going to... No, I was on The View.
So why would I be mad about that?
She always teased me about everything.
Well, I think that's great you're on The View. What do I care?
I've done it more than anybody, 21 times.
Congratulations. I mean, why would I care if you're on The View?
It's not like getting a Nobel Peace Prize, but the show's great for me.
But why are you embarrassed to tell me you were on The View?
Because I've been on your show for 28 years, and every time I say anything positive about me, you knock me.
I'm happy
but not
for
lately,
you.
though. We have I think we're closer.
Not really. But I'm not going to knock you for being on The View. I mean, who are you close with? We're closer.
Well, no, I don't mean emotionally. Your chair is closer to me.
Hold on a second, Gary. Never book Richard on the show again. He just did The View for 21 times.
No,
I mean, why would I care if you do? I'm happy for you. I'm happy.
I went for a physical. I'll do this in 25 seconds.
Go ahead.
I took the chest X-ray.
Right.
And the doctor, in hushed tones, said, "Come into my office." I said, what are you whispering for? I knew what it meant. Death.
Right.
I said, "Don't." Then I snapped, like a dry drunk. I'm not. I'm
all right. So what was on the chest X-ray?
He didn't know. He said it's either a tumor or a piece of egg.
Piece of egg.
He said some of these technicians are sloppy and they drop their lunch on it. So I went fucking nuts. I said, "You mean I have either cancer or a sandwich in my lungs?" Said, "That's right."
And what was it?
He sent me to an MRI guy.
Yeah.
So these guys have the easiest job in the world. They're doctors.
Right.
They don't do shit.
Right.
You go through that fucking thing.
Right.
And you hear Miles Davis, it scares the shit out of you.
Right.
It's like, you're in a movable coffin.
Right.
You think you're dead already.
Yeah.
So then I get out. It takes about 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
He says, "How you doing in there?" "Yeah, it's a fucking blast being in a tuna can, you asshole. Get me out of here." So I
you
get
were
out.
fine.
So I said, "Doctor," because they have to be doctors, the MRI guys.
Yeah.
I said, "So what's the deal?" He says, "I can't tell you. It's not right. It's not proper protocol." I said, "Is it a fucking egg sandwich or is it a tumor? Or I'll kill you." I snapped.
Right.
He says, "Your doctor will tell you." My doctor didn't call me for 6 days.
Oh, my God.
You know why he didn't call me?
Why?
Because I finally nailed him. He says, "It's good news. It was good news." I figured you thought it was good news.
Oh, my God.
How do you think it's good news?
So you're not going to use this guy anymore, are you? I mean,
yeah, I love the guy.
Really? He didn't call you for 6 days?
Well, because he figured that most people don't get a call. They only call for bad news.
That's a
Doesn't he know
story.
you?
Huh?
Doesn't he know you're neurotic?
No, I love this guy. He's a great doctor. He saved my life many times.
Did your psychiatrist, is this a true
I don't
story?
go anymore to shrinks.
Did your psychiatrist fall asleep during a session? Is that true or is it a shtick?
True.
It's true.
Dozed off.
And that he dozed off.
She dozed off.
She dozed off.
I walked over to her, and she's like, "You want to tell you?" And I said, "I think I'm a woman." I had a gun in my mouth. I wear lipstick and heels at night, and I contemplate suicide. I did every horrible story, and then she woke. I shook her by her shoulders.
Do you remember what you were talking about when she fell asleep?
Yeah, that I wasn't fucking enough because I had an intimacy problem.
And she fell asleep.
Yeah. You know what she said?
What?
"I've heard this shit for 16 years." I went, "How dare you say that for
She
170?
didn't say that.
Yes.
She did not.
Yes, because we talk that way.
She said, "I've heard this shit for 16
That's
years."
right.
And that's it.
For $175 an hour, I said, "You know what? Blow me. I'm out."
Right. Great seeing you. The great Richard Lewis. We love him. Everyone loves him.
But he gave up psychiatry because that was his thing.
I don't need fucking psychiatry
Yeah.
anymore.
Really? I'm shocked to hear that.
I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I know
and
what
you
they did to me
left
when I
on
was a
your
kid.
own.
I can still get a hard on. I got a good marriage.
Yeah.
I'm still doing comedy after 40 years. What do I have to fucking
Richard
tell a
had
shrink?
tremendous
I don't
mother.
have to report.
He had tremendous mother
oh my
issues.
God. What?
You had tremendous mother issues.
Huge.
Yeah. So you finally got
She
over
used
it.
to torture me when I was on your show back in the 80s. She
Yeah.
used to call in.
Yeah.
I had a nervous breakdown once here.
I know. You hid in a bathroom for over like a half
I
hour.
was vomiting. It
Yeah.
was like The Exorcist.
I thought you were putting me on.
It was crazy.
I thought you were kidding with
Oh,
me.
no.
Yeah.
My head was spinning around.
Yeah.
Your mother sucks cockinelle, the whole 9 yards.
That's a story for another day.
All right. How many times?
Richard.
Please, I beg you, let me alone.
You don't want to talk to me?
This was the most mellow time I ever had with Howard, and now you're going to get me angst-ridden. Do you have a question? Do you ever have a question?
I do, but...
Just give me one question. You're 25 years old. 25 or 26?
26.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Hi.
Look great.
Thanks.
Shouldn't you have a question?
Yeah, we wanted to smell you.
Hey, smell me. What do you think? Too much?
Lisa.
No.
How does he smell?
Clean. It smells fine. It's not too much.
Would you have
Ask me a
noticed?
fucking question. I got to get out of here. And Still is here. I don't want to get out of here.
So, you have a good time today,
Oh,
man?
blow me.
No, come on, Richard. Richard, so you said... Richard, so you said it was a real mellow time in there today.
It was a mellow time until I see you, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
No, is it different?
Why'd you bother Stiller? I'm fed up with you.
You don't like me, do you?
I love you, but you don't do anything that shows that you're learning your craft.
You're not allowing me to
do what?
For
Come on,
dress.
look, what? Hey, how are you? Hey, you're a film man. Are you a film student?
I was at one point.
Would you get fired? You're the only guy who got
I
fired from
graduated.
college. Yeah, what's your degree?
Communications.
No, your
broadcast.
degree is in annoyance.
It is.
You'll be in annoyance.
I know.
But I love you, though. I'm rooting for you, for your career. Why don't you listen to her? She knows what she's doing.
Lisa knows what she's doing.
You want me to interview you?
Yeah, you should.
Here, I'll film.
Yeah.
I'll film her talking to you.
Okay, watch this. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, nice to see you. You do look good today.
I feel good. Howard was in a great mood, thankfully.
But he
Got stiller.
got on your case about all your neighbor jackets.
Oh, what's wrong? This is not. What, you want me? If I walked in looking like a schlub, you'd kill me. You know. But I hope. I'm touring, and I feel great. And it was the least stressed thing in 28 years with them.
Yeah. Wow, you've come a long way.
No, so is he. He's mature too.
Well, hopefully he won't retire.
Oh, he's not gonna retire. He needs his ego. It's a bottomless pit of need, like mine. He's not retiring. See, that was an interview.
She asked you one question. She said she talked about how he made
put her
fun of you
down.
about your jacket, and that's what I was going to ask.
And I think he's right.
You like Ronnie's outfit?
His clothes?
No, Ronnie behind him.
I would never say anything against him. He'd kill me.
Better watch out for that
Ronnie,
guy.
It's a good outfit.
Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Take care, man. I'll see you.
Lisa G has what's going on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Lisa, come on in and tell us everything
What's going on?
that you're following. Lisa?
Hello.
Hello.
I saw that Ross got Lisa's card for Mike.
Yeah, well, Mike wrote me an email.
Oh, no.
Saying, what about the, 6 of us, Ross and Melissa,
You and
Beth, and
Lisa and
Mike
him?
and Mike and Lisa. What about we all get together? And I was like, dude, what are you writing me for? Write your buddy Ross. He's the one who's got to give permission for you to date Lisa, evidently.
That never works because you
Right.
don't end up talking to the person.
Yeah,
That
of course.
big group date kind of thing?
Beth was like, I don't know why Lisa and Mike don't get together. But Beth was like, Lisa's so cute. Like Mike would be thrilled to be with Lisa.
Wow, thank you.
So, I don't
I'm
know.
going to see her today.
Who?
Mike and Juliet. I'll
Oh,
be
you're going to
on
go
set.
see Beth?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to go see somebody else.
No.
Yeah, Beth is on the Mike and Juliet. Did I mention that?
No, you
No.
didn't.
Yeah.
She's sitting in for Juliet today?
Yeah, it's Mike and Beth.
Great. What you wearing?
She showed me. Now I'm having trouble remembering because it was like 2 days ago. She's wearing a cute dress. She'll look hot.
Did she do another fashion show for you?
Yeah, she put on 3 dresses. One I put the kill on. I didn't like
You
it.
didn't like it?
was-
Why?
listen, it was
now,
great.
if you put the kill on something, does it mean it's dead for all time?
No.
Or just not right for the show?
Not right for television.
I see.
Too much yellow.
Okay.
And so there was some outfit that I thought she looked really hot in. And then, but Beth has these theories. I don't want to look too. She wants to
She's
look
thinking of the audience and
Right.
the daytime, the day part, and all
right.
that.
Yeah, she's got all theories.
And you can't tell us about that other TV project she did?
No,
Oh,
no, it's premature.
all right.
Yeah, trust me, I'll tell you when it's time.
Why doesn't Mike just call Lisa?
I don't know. There's this whole thing going on. It's so weird. Like, just go out, and if you don't like each other, fine, just be
Yeah,
friends.
Meet
And,
for
you
a
know.
cup of coffee.
He's being very high schoolish about this.
Yeah, but
His other bros are blocking him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know how to make the first move. What's going on?
and what does Ross care?
Yeah. Oh, Ross was wholly titled. He was invested
And you know
in
what?
this.
In all fairness to Ross, I think Gary put the kill on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Gary Delabate?
yeah. Gary came in and confessed to me. I was blaming Ross. It's more Gary.
I didn't put the kill on him. He asked me what Lisa was like, and I said she's a very nice girl. And he
Told him that she isn't fun.
He asked me if she likes to party, and I said, I don't think so. If somebody asks you, does Lisa like to go out and have fun at a party, what's your answer, Howard? Be honest.
I don't know Lisa. And here's my point about here's my point about romance, okay? If you put it that way, that Lisa doesn't like to have fun, she doesn't like to party, she doesn't what do you say? Lisa will go out, Lisa will drink.
Does the guy ask me, does Lisa like to go out? Does she like to party? And I said, I don't know. I don't think
She doesn't, you know what? She's not 12. She doesn't want to hang out till 4 in the morning. No.
That's what, and I said to him, I said, listen, I should, and I told you this, I said, I should never be the one.
What kind of crazy parties is Portnoy going
Well,
to?
I was going to say,
seen
Gary
Portnoy.
was talking directly to Mike about this.
No, I've seen Mike. I don't see him go. You know what? I think like most guys, he's probably looking for somebody to share some time with. And how old is Mike now?
44.
Yeah, it's time.
Well, it's got to be
time to settle down.
It's got to be his time, not your time.
Hey,
You know,
it's
but
fine.
he could just go out on a date.
And
What
I
is
told
this
him that. I said-
prelim?
When you're
he's gotta
44,
do?
you shouldn't be looking for a party every fucking night.
I said to him, you should just go out with her and see what you think.
Hey, does she have a cool stereo?
I'll make him an apricot sour, all right?
Like, to me, I like a chick who, is into me. Yeah, we go out and do some stuff.
Yeah,
And you know what? She doesn't have to go to every party with him. She's not marrying him right away.
Yeah, don't come to every party.
No. You know what I mean? I mean, like, give it a chance.
Right, no, don't come to Vegas if we're in Vegas.
I'm shocked that he's like this.
Don't come to the ball games.
Gary's
Call
like,
her up and have a conversation.
Wait, when someone that age says, does she like to party, what is that supposed to mean?
means he's very mature.
No, but what does partying mean to someone who's 44, 45?
I don't know.
Going out, I would. This is what I would guess it means. It means
Right.
going out, having a couple of drinks, having fun. Like, Lisa, what's a late night for you? Be honest.
Be honest?
Honest.
Having dinner at 8, that's late that's like, wow, I'm eating dinner at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
I'm
you know what? Forget it then. Because these guys, like
They don't
Ross,
go out. No, I'll
and
go out
Mike-
on a date at 8. Absolutely on a
8,
weekend.
they don't get their heart started till 9:30. I've gone.
I'd have dinner at 9:30?
Yeah, they bitch when I make them go to dinner at 7:30, and it looks like I'm punishing them.
You know, Howard, you're so right. They talk about, like, they joke, well, Ross jokes around, like, when we went out to dinner that night when you took us all out,
Yeah.
he goes, I guarantee dinner will be at 7, which is fine with me because that's
Well, by the way, just based on that information, Ross will never come to my house for dinner
Oh,
again.
here we go. You enjoy
You
Ross.
should shut the fuck up.
You enjoy Ross.
He talks too much.
But Ross and those guys,
Meanwhile, Ross comes over, he has a good time.
Ross has a great time wherever he goes.
When those guys come over to my house for dinner, like by 11 o'clock, I throw them out.
Absolutely.
They all go out.
Well, I've
They go
been
out.
out with Ross.
They
You
go-
don't get to bed until 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Ross always wants to, even at your wedding, Ross wants to go out after that part.
I know. He's like my kids.
Well, after Howard's New Year's party, especially, remember that? After your New Year's
I threw
party,
everyone out at midnight.
Yeah, right. And he was right there, man. Social director Ross.
Right.
We got
Putting together the next venue.
I
And
don't
it was
know how he
fun.
does- Yeah,
What
those
he put
guys
together was fun.
When they hear 8 o'clock, it's like, oh, what
dinner?
a drag.
And Ross, they like to go out to the clubs.
Yeah, they like to go to clubs.
Yeah.
Although I was thinking Mike might be past that, and maybe he just does it to hang with Ross.
I don't know. I mean, they're like this, so he's going to the clubs because Ross is always going to the clubs.
Yeah, if you want, would you go out to dinner at 9:30 and then go to a club afterwards at midnight?
No.
Yeah.
I'd meet someone for a drink, maybe, at 9:30. But not
Forget
for
it.
dinner.
You know what I'm calling? I'm
Yeah,
saying
we
this.
got to put the kill on this.
Ross is
God.
right. It's not going to work. I see what they do. Because
Maybe
you're
he'll-
like me, actually. Because
I know.
I had a New Year's party. We went like this: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, everybody, leave.
Yeah, the ball drops and the doors open.
Happy New Year, everyone out.
Congrats.
Get out.
Can everyone go home now? I need to go to bed.
Happy New Year.
Quite frankly, I would have had you out of here at
You
11.
know how they have those sticks in Japan? We were being shoved out the door.
Howard, that was the craziest thing. To give you an idea, all the way uptown, we were down.
Lucy, you like that?
Oh yeah, you practically turned the lights off and on.
Lucy, you all right?
That's so funny. Oh, my God.
It was like the doors were on a timer.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You want to know what, too? The night we were having that party, I remember I'm with Beth. And Beth's like wearing this sexy outfit and
Yes,
everything.
I remember that one.
And my cousin was catering the party and
Yeah.
planning the party, and it was up in my apartment, and we cleared out all the furniture and everything. So I guess I said everyone could start coming at 7 o'clock in the hopes that by 5 hours later they'd be tired.
They'd be tired and ready to go.
And so It's like 7 o'clock, and I'm looking at my watch. It's 10 after 7. I go, these motherfuckers, I hate them all. And Beth goes, who? I go, the people we invite. She goes, what do you mean? I go, it's 10 after 7. The party is called for 7.
And they're not here.
I'm prompt. I go to a party when it's called 7 o'clock.
But do you realize that some people look like a tool if you show up exactly like some people?
Of course, but I'm nuts. I want them to get their party over with. The second I decide to have a party, I know it's a mistake. Because I'm like Lisa. I mean, if I was looking for a girl, I'd want a girl like Lisa. Hey, you know what? It's me. Eat up. Beth and I go to dinner, 7:30. We're done by 8:15, and we're in bed by 8:30. That's my night. And that's what I like.
He's upset with Ross for saying that. Even Beth says that.
Right, but Howard, when you were single, the hours were longer, weren't they?
Not much.
You were.
No.
I used to, one time we went out to dinner. I'm single, right? So the guys would say we have to go to dinner later because the clubs don't happen until midnight or 1. I couldn't accept that. So I would have dinner at 7:30. We'd be at the club by 8:30. We'd get there. 2 girls would be there.
They're not even open yet.
I'd say, who's the better girl? And then let's party. Let's dance. Let's have some fun. And then I'd leave by 9:30. I can't take it.
You left the club at 9:30. People didn't show up till 11.
Yeah. I missed everything.
I would say the night of your New Year's Eve party, the thing that I'll always remember was it was right after 9/11.
Right.
You're all the way, up pretty far. We got to Times Square by 1:15, and we were stopped. Dominic drove us. We got stopped every 3 blocks by the police. So that means we must have been in Dominic's car by, I'd say 10 after 12, 12:15.
Absolutely. That was it. The party was up. Gary, you saw the countdown. Everyone said Happy New Year. What do you do with everyone?
But there was
You've been together 5 fucking hours.
But there almost wasn't even like a
get out,
a buffer, like usually
out the door.
An early New Year's Eve party would be everyone out by 1, right, Robin?
Mm-hmm. Well, no. You see, this is definitely some mismemory here. I have to step in.
You guys were there till 1.
It was 9 to 1 there.
Oh, but he was pissed. He was pissed.
I don't know about that,
but he wasn't going.
I was tired.
It was 9.
I was like, all right, I know he wants everybody out of here. I'm making a big show of putting on my coat to leave.
Gary, the party did go to 1.
No, but people started leaving. I'm telling you.
But they knew.
Everybody who really knew you left.
Well,
that's true.
No one was having any fun.
The invitation, on the contrary, I thought that party was a blast, but it was 9 to 1 on the invitation. But usually with a New Year's party, a lot of times you'll give the question mark, 9 to,
Right, 9 to whatever.
That means like,
it's the big party.
Yeah, the party.
But you realize if he wrote 1, that meant that was stretching it to his absolute max.
Right. That's where you figure.
Hey, I was being honest. But anyway, going back to Lisa.
It was great for like 48 minutes. That party was great.
Going back to Lisa and Mike and Ross and their partying ways. Sometimes I think Mike just goes along with Ross. That's why I thought
Why
Lisa.
do you think that? Why they're great friends because they like to do the same thing.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I think also Mike is, I don't think he's looking for a wild woman, but I think he's looking for somebody
Who can hang with them.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle. I mean, Lisa
that's why
wants
I think Ross might have been right. Like Ross was just saying, look, it ain't going to work. She ain't going to come out with us. She's going to be bitching by 9 o'clock that she wants to be done with dinner.
And I can tell you,
drop me off.
The night that we all went out with Nick Manning, Lisa left. We went out to a club
I worked
afterwards.
all day. I was exhausted.
She doesn't party.
All right.
She doesn't
Here's
party.
a
You didn't go out with Nick Manning?
No. I meant a bunch of us
Right, I
girls
get it.
were all
I get
going
it.
to a club afterwards.
I can't believe Lisa didn't go.
And she was just like, nope, I'm going home after she did her interview.
Howard, here's a question.
It's still working.
Ross and I were discussing this. I would never have this conversation with Mike, but Ross and I were discussing this. How long do you think you need to date Lisa to get sex?
Not that long.
I think it's at least a month and a half.
You're wrong. I think you play it right. You'll be in your pants within 3 dates.
3 dates?
Really?
Yep.
I disagree.
I guarantee you.
I
Well,
gotta
what do
go,
you say,
Gary.
Lisa?
You got to get it worked up. I mean, you got to,
What do you say, Lisa?
You know, that's a good question because I don't really know right now. I feel like I want to be someone's really good friend. I want to have a good friend.
See, month and a half.
All right, 5 days.
That's a month and a half. If you date somebody for once a week at the beginning, it's about a month and a half.
With that attitude, it's a year.
Well, yeah, she'll meet you for a drink. Does that really count as a date?
And then you
Really
gotta
good
sign
friends?
something.
Like,
I
how
don't
good
know.
a
Like
friend?
if I thought he was just hot and I wanted to have some fun with him,
Right.
then to be
But
right
you don't
away,
think.
I
But you don't
care.
do that. I think you say you do that, but you don't.
When's the last time you
Who's
thought a
that
guy was
hot?
hot
Yeah.
Right.
and you just said, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna have a great night with him?
Dr. Dre?
Seriously, how many times in your life has that happened?
It used to happen more,
Really?
more like that, yeah.
But when's the last time it happened?
How many times this millennium has
And
it
what
happened?
time of the night is this happening?
This happened this millennium.
It did?
But here's the difference, okay? You are the king of all media. You and I have the same lifestyle. You have married a supermodel, a gorgeous woman. Here I am. I have the same hours as you, and I can't find a date. So what's going on here?
So nobody in radio can get a date?
No, it's just like I don't get it. Like why we're having this big conversation that he doesn't want to meet me, that I'm not fun, I don't like to party.
Yeah.
So I have the
You
same
don't.
lifestyle as you, but
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
fun.
but you met somebody.
I
Mike
met
doesn't
somebody.
want to date him either.
I met somebody who,
Right.
you know, I went out with a lot of people who wanted to go out every night, and this and that, but Beth didn't want to.
Yeah, they date Howard before they go out.
Right.
You know, they go there and then they go out.
They date you, and then they go. What do you mean? You mean
I mean, like if they, like Howard says, like they go to dinner at Howard's place, out by 10 or 11, and then out to the clubs. I've been with them. We've been in the clubs till like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right. That's the way it goes.
What can I say? I get up early, I go jogging. I don't
Ronnie's
know.
screaming out there in the hall. I've just been handed a note that he wants Lisa G to shut the fuck up because he knows why she can't get a date.
Well, then he,
Come on in, Ronnie.
She's asking.
Oh, he hasn't been on the air in a month. Boo hoo hoo.
Ronnie is very passionate about the Lisa G subject. He is very passionate. He is really.
I haven't even gotten to my headlines yet.
He's a
nobody
Lisa
cares
G
about that.
fan, obviously. He has observed.
Well, fan, I don't know. He is. You bring up Lisa G to Ronnie, like, fuck her.
Where's Ronnie? Oh, there he is. Ron, what are you screaming about in the hall about Lisa?
No, I'm tired of hearing this horse shit.
What do you mean horseshit?
It's horse shit. She doesn't want to go out with anybody.
Oh.
What do you mean?
She's got her little stupid life going on.
Stupid life.
That's what she likes. She doesn't really want to go out with anybody. She would have been going out with somebody
Do
a
you
long
want to
time
go out
ago.
with someone?
Yeah.
You do.
I don't
Ready
think
to
so,
date
Dad.
again, yeah.
She's into her whatever, her violin, whatever
She's
she
saying.
plays.
What do you know? She's saying
I
she
don't
does.
know, dude. You could tell.
Why can't she
Everybody
get a date?
Everybody's saying it out there. I'm just out there laughing about it. That's all.
Well, wait a minute. There are a lot of guys around here, Lisa. Nobody you.
Nah,
You're attractive.
No, definitely not.
I mean, your looks aren't your problem.
Oh, thank you. But no, not here. Mm-mm.
You wouldn't date somebody you work with. Is that?
I haven't
the
met
rule?
someone that I would even think that way about here, and most people are married.
Besides, she has the same lifestyle as you. I mean,
Everybody
Right.
here has the same lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, we all
You
do
can't
pretty
date
much.
Mike
She doesn't want.
Ganji?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was just yelling about. She's hanging out with Ganji. She's looking for a best friend.
Why don't you go out with Ganji?
Yeah.
Would you be?
You mean as a friend?
No,
Yeah.
it's a date.
Yeah. Well, it's the
Oh,
same
because
thing.
I know his type.
Oh,
Miss Howard TV.
right.
That's his
right.
type.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's friends with them. He doesn't go out with them.
He doesn't have a girlfriend, believe me.
Ganji's a good guy.
You don't think Mike Portnoy would have a good time
Nah,
with Lisa?
definitely
Why?
not. He's a party guy.
Yeah.
You think he's quiet? He's not. I mean, I hung with him a few times. I hung with him a couple of weeks ago, actually, with Ross when we did that thing for Sirius with the guys who won that contest. And he came into Rick's and hung out with us. And he likes to party. He's a party guy.
How late was he there?
I don't even know. I don't
Probably like
remember.
3 in the morning, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, they
that's-
don't come home early. These guys.
These guys, when you're waking up, they're coming home.
I keep hearing the Eddie Murphy song because it's so ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
You know that I like to party.
Party all the time.
These guys love to party all the time.
Yeah, I did too when I was 30.
Right.
I was kept up right with the best of
They
them.
love it.
You really did?
Yeah, of course I did.
I can't see it ever.
Of course I did. Well, I should
can't
be
see
the
it.
same way. Why would I want to be the same way?
I don't know. I'm with Lisa on this. I can't see staying up past 10
Every
o'clock.
once in a while, it's fun.
Dude, if you're out there having
out partying with those guys, and we had a blast.
Yeah.
if you're out there having a good time, why would you want to go home?
Okay, I'll tell you what it is with me. Here's the thing. If I'm with a chick already, like I am with Beth,
right?
There's no reason
No, but that's
to go
not
to
what
a
I'm talking
club
about.
or anything. The only time when I'm on the hunt, as Ralph can tell you, I'm a different guy.
Yeah,
But
right.
you
But you
score
saw,
and
even
then
that
you
you went
go
home
I
early.
score as quickly
You went
as
home
possible.
early. You used to go. I
And then I
remember
bring
when you
someone
were,
into my bed and we bang and we have fun. That's fun to me, sex.
Ross and Melissa, who are married, they go to the clubs and they dance. Ross sits there.
No, they
and
don't. They
He
stand there.
sits there and she dances.
Yeah, right. They sit there. I don't even think they talk to each other at the club. I don't know what they're doing at the
I
club.
don't
What do they
understand
do
the
till?
club thing either, but I've seen it, and it cracks me up.
I will go to a club just so I can come back here and tell you what it's like.
No,
If
that
someone
can't
wants
be.
to take
No,
me to
that's
a club,
not-
that's like doing a news story.
Yeah, you got to do. You got to take the plunge.
Right.
I'm telling you, I was in Atlantic City with Mike and Ross. It was the greatest time.
But what did you do?
We ran around. We were at the Borgata.
Tell me what the fun
All right,
was.
so first we had dinner.
Right. Okay, that's fun.
At what time?
I think it was early because we were there because Booker was having his birthday party.
Okay.
So we ate dinner early that evening. Then we went to Booker's birthday party. We stayed there for a good 10 minutes.
Right. Because that wasn't
Then-
fun.
Right. Then the guys wanted to gamble, so all the guys split off and went to the tables, and the girls went to one of the bars, and we sat there and drank and told stories and laughed and got hit on by the guys at the bachelor party. And then we came back, rejoined the guys, and we went to another club in the Borgata where they had this band, and everybody was singing along with the band and dancing. And then after that, we went back to the tables. Some people went to breakfast, and it was about 5 o'clock in the morning when we got to bed.
See, the thing there that's fun is gambling. See, that's
But
all
we
for
didn't
us.
do it
yeah,
for
for
a
girls,
long,
I don't
long
understand.
time.
I could gamble into the night. But the fact of the matter is, for the most part, that sounds like torture to me. Like, that's just like someone, if they put me in a concentration camp and say, you have to stay up all night. That's what that would be. But we'll play some music while we do it. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's from getting up early all these years.
But it was fun that night.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
See, it sounds horrible. I wouldn't want to sit and talk to people all night, hear their funny, dumb fucking stories. And I just, after a while, it's enough.
It wasn't an all-night thing. Dinner was fun because it was like crazy, and the table was, we had 12 people at the table or something. A great conversation.
Gives me a headache. Too many people.
Then, off to the birthday party saying hello to everybody.
Moving
out of
around.
there.
I hate that.
Then going, the splitting up, the guys going to gamble for a while. I don't know. I don't even think they gambled for more than an hour. And then we all went to a club and listened to some
now
music.
I have a headache.
You're so funny.
That would drive me crazy.
And even last week, I met the girls for drinks before the McCartney thing. Then we did the McCartney thing. Then we went out to dinner. I didn't get home until 3 o'clock that night.
You're
Wow,
kidding
what'd you
me.
do for dinner?
Saturday night?
Spice Market. Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
you're not yawning the whole time? You're not ready for bed?
No.
No? Wow.
Ah, shut up. I'm just jealous.
Spice Market's fun. I've been there.
Yeah,
So you
that's
had
a
fun
cool
there.
place.
Yes, I did.
But Robin
Well,
has
you're
done
home
this.
by 9.
Robin's done a whole 180 where she has this lifestyle now, and I guess it does give her a lot of energy. She goes out and parties. I mean, but
So, like, what did you eat at Spice Market? Steamed broccoli or steamed cauliflower?
I didn't have steamed anything. I had whatever vegetables they serve at Spice Market.
Oh.
And
pick it
their
out of the
sticky
dumpster.
rice. Pick it out of the
Stinky rice?
We have no food left. Get it out of the dumpster. Coconut rice.
Give me some of that stinking rice and give me some vegetables.
Serve it to the nut at table 4.
sell it to the 34 and 4. What? Yeah, but I want to know
All right, Lisa, what is Ronnie? Thank you. I don't. So
what
she's
would entail fun at a party? Like, if Lisa's at a party, what's fun there? What do you do at a party that's fun?
What does anyone do?
I don't.
Stand around, talk.
Right.
That's partying to you.
Artie should come to a cookie party one year.
That's
that's fun for her.
Well, partying when I was in my 20s and early 30s in New York meant,
What?
getting
Don't
coke.
blow. She's not going to do blow.
Right, but I'm saying, but she never was like that.
No.
So what's the...
Look, she's a
cookie
nice
party.
girl. If you
Yeah.
wanted it, listen, if I was Mike, this is the way I'd look at life. You find a nice girl, you want to spend time with her, if they're attracted to each other.
Well, nobody's going to have your lifestyle,
Well,
Howard.
I'm telling you what they should have if they're
Oh.
together. If you really want to be with someone, you do things together. You don't have to share every interest. You go to movies, you whatever it is, you hang out. And if you enjoy her conversation, you think that she's a reasonable person, you have a fun time together. But these guys, they're looking for parties. They're looking for the 3 in the morning. If that's what he's looking for, then you're not the girl.
Right. It's not.
You need someone to hang around with you.
You couldn't
till 3 in the
do
morning.
that at all, huh?
No.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Lisa.
No, I'm
You
answering for
really-
Lisa.
You really enjoy Mike. You're looking at the clock the whole time?
Yeah.
No.
I've been with Mike. I'm looking at the clock the whole time.
It would never work.
With
Never.
this shift, your eyes
No.
do
No
get
way.
a little droopy, just like,
Yeah. Ronnie's right.
It would
I'm right.
never work.
And Ross is actually right. It won't work.
All right.
There's a lot of opinions
All right,
going on
so-
about Lisa out there that she hasn't been out really since 1973.
All right. I thought there might be a match, but what do I know?
Never happened, dude.
Okay.
No way.
You're
Thanks,
going
Ron.
to have to think of someone else, Howard.
All right. I'll get to work on it. I could match her up with a lot of good guys, but most of them are married.
Yeah, that
You
won't
are
work.
the worst.
But they would go out with her. Why not? These guys would definitely go out with her. And they want to be done early, too, because they got to get home.
Yeah, they got to get home to their wives.
Yeah. You need a married man.
Yeah.
You kind of do. He'll have dinner with you at 6, go home and have dinner with his wife at 8.
Yeah, that might be true, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Ron,
Yes, sir.
what kind of guy do you think is good for Lisa?
Ganji.
Ganji's the perfect
Yeah,
match?
yeah, Ganji's perfect because he's every girl's best friend. So it'd work out perfect for them. They could go to dinner at 6, be home by 9. Ganji passes out. He goes to sleep at 9:30, 10 o'clock, and he's always sick. So, that'd be a perfect match.
She could take care of him.
Yeah, she could take care of him. She could, put hot towels on his head when he has his little fevers and everything. It'd be great. I mean, her and Ganji would be really good together.
But this Mike guy,
She's a
wouldn't be,
homebody. Ganji likes homebody people.
but this other Mike wouldn't, you don't think?
No way. Mike likes to party all the time. I mean, he likes to hang out, but he also, partying, hanging out. That's where, you know, it all comes together.
What do you think Lisa would do? Like, if he were to take her out and they went out to like a club, think she'd just
She'd
be
go
like,
home.
She
wouldn't stay. She wouldn't stay. She would say, "Could you put me in a cab and send me home?" Because she came to Rick's one night. She had to do. I was doing something there. And she was covering it for the news, and we invited her to stay afterwards. It was 8:30, and it was like, "Come on, Lisa, sit and have dinner with us, have a drink." "Oh no, I got to go home." You know, that's her, man. You know, she's like 90. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
She doesn't have no step, man. No step. She's
Look
like,
at you.
I got step. She has no step.
Pretty spry for an old dude.
There you go.
Oh, I got a voicemail. Who could have called me? Yes, hi.
Maybe you got a date.
Maybe I'll go out with you. No, it doesn't seem like Mike's going to be available.
Is that a little disappointing?
No, because if that's what someone really likes to do, then we're not meant for each other.
You're not the party type, right?
No, I used to be when I was 30, so it's a little too late for that to go backwards.
What about Ronnie's suggestion of Mike Ganji?
Mike Ganji. No, I know Mike Ganji's type. I am not his type, so no. Mike's a lot of fun. Like all the guys here are a lot of fun. But I think of them more in a brotherly way, so that's a story to be continued.
What exactly? What type of guy are you looking for? What would be good for you?
Someone like Howard. We have the same hours, so it's hard to pinpoint it. It really is, but someone who works hard and someone who also appreciates what I do. You have to appreciate each other, and that's what Beth and Howard do. They really appreciate one another and they respect each other. She likes to jog, he jogs, he goes to bed early, she goes to bed early. So that's
Let the truth be heard. Someone like Howard.
That's right. What's so bad with that?
The truth be heard.
He's jealous because I didn't say Ronnie.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm really jealous.
Yes, you
What
are.
am I jealous of?
Then why'd you just say that?
Because you always say that Howard's Howard's not the guy that you fawn over that TV
No, I don't
screen.
fawn over him.
Oh, you do. Come on, give me a break. No, you fawn all over
jealous
it.
that you're not like him.
I'm not jealous.
You're not the king of all media. Then why are you saying something in front of?
I don't
Then
want
why
to
are
be
you
the king
saying
of all
something
media.
in front of a TV camera, Ronnie, if you don't care?
Because we're all making comments about
Right,
this.
that's
Everybody's
right, and you
making
don't
comments
care.
about it. That's right.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Whoa. Stop the clock. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, I dish all the details on what happened when me and Ronnie went to Vegas and how he came up with his new catchphrase. You don't want to miss it. Check it out.
Speaking of Vegas, Benji, Ronnie's out there doing his annual. You host this thing every year now, right?
I don't host it. I'm
co-host.
guest presenter.
Oh, guest presenter.
Yeah, the first year I co-hosted it, and then they started using comedians after that.
So how many years is this been for you?
That was the fourth. This is the fourth year.
Fourth year.
All right. So you're doing
Exotic Dancer Awards.
Okay, but other than that, you're doing other stuff for Ganji and Howard TV.
There's a convention during the day,
Right.
And Ronnie has to appear
Gentlemen's
at the
Club
Rick's,
convention.
Right, Gentlemen's Club, and Ronnie appears at the Rick's Cabaret booth.
So, what goes on at a Gentleman's Club convention? So you go there, and so there's a Rick's booth, and what do you do at the Rick's booth?
Pretty much you just hang around and say hello to people.
But why would somebody go to the Rick's booth? Like somebody thinking about being a franchisee?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And what happens is at this convention, there's everything from like people selling couches for clubs, people selling like liquid floors,
Poles, lingerie.
lights,
Is there like a
everything,
funny
yeah.
money
distributor? Or?
No, but there's like wristband distributors. There's like everything that
everything
you could think of.
Liquor
Yeah,
companies.
liquor
They give out
companies.
samples.
All
I
right.
mean,
Now, did you say stop the clock off the top of your head, or was Ganji telling you to say stop the
well,
clock?
I said it, and then he said, "Gee, that's a cool new catchphrase. Keep using it."
But Ronnie, okay, at that point,
But he
right?
used it multiple
but
times.
hold on,
I've
all right.
used it before.
Hold on, at that point,
Okay.
because I don't know what your relationship with Ganji is. Do you stop and you go, wait a minute? Ganji told me that's good. is he fucking with me or is it really good?
You don't know because the way he tells you, it sounds like it's good.
But that means he's good at what he does.
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess he is good at what he does, that little fuck.
So at the moment, are you thinking I got another topless here? Like I've got something else I could.
Well, that's the way Ganji makes you feel.
So that's what you thought.
Yeah, well, now I realize what he did.
And Ganji,
he's making a TV show. Is what he's making.
Like I hang out with Ronnie a lot, so he'll say things, and I'll be like, "Oh, Ronnie, that's great!" Like, and I really like pump him up, and I'll be like, "Ronnie, that's the way to do it." Like, "Oh, you should definitely do that." And because I know I'm like, and I just can't wait to get the camera going so I can get it on tape.
Well, there are a couple of things that I noticed this morning. The first thing is, I think Ganji's like a funny guy, but to me, on the air this morning, he was like on fire funny. Like he's never been funnier.
Yeah.
And you seem to be his muse. It's when he mixes it up with you, he was like banging away.
I know. Otherwise, he's a stale fucking piece of bread.
The other thing is, I'm shocked that like you were yelling at him this morning. You were so surprised, and I go, wait a minute, wasn't it a mere 6 months ago that Ronnie was on the air giving Ganji's eating schedule and busting Ganji's ball?
Exactly.
So I thought it was funny that you were so irritated when you guys give it back to each other.
Dude, he put up a thing on Twitter the other day. A platter of mozzarella. Did you see it? Did you follow him?
I didn't see it.
He puts up a platter that he ate for dinner of mozzarella and tomato and peppers and all kinds of crap. He goes, "This is my dinner. Was so good." This huge platter. He ate this whole thing by himself.
So you're saying that platter's his hot chick of the week?
Yeah, that's his hot chick of the week. Believe me.
Let's get back to whoa, stop the clock.
Whoa, stop the clock.
And that was my favorite part of this whole thing. Was I by accident just said stop the clock at one point, just goofing around, and he goes, no. It's whoa, stop the clock.
Yeah, right.
Like
Don't mess up my thing, man.
To correct me that I got his catchphrase wrong.
So when you go to the Gentlemen's Club convention, I hang out at the booth for a little while, say hello to people. We have girls there, and we hang around with them. There's photographers come around, take pictures, and then I'll go around with Ganji, and we'll like do interviews, or we'll just go around scouting out the whole thing, see what's going on, say hello to people. And it's a convention.
How deep are you into the culture in the sense that like if the show ended and you could put up the money, would you ever like say you wanted to move to Phoenix, Arizona? Would you ever open a Rick's?
Well, first of all, you can't open a Rick's. There's no franchises.
Oh, it's
Rick's.
not.
No, Rick's is totally owned by one person.
I thought it was a publicly traded company.
It is, but
you can't. Well, okay, would you?
He's not a franchise.
Would you ever open a club?
I thought about it, but there's a lot involved. Cabaret licenses, liquor licenses.
I honestly think
from towns, townships, wherever you're opening it. It's a lot. It's a lot involved.
He could be like a consultant. Like he could definitely be hired as a strip club consultant. Like if he wanted to go that route.
That's great.
That's
not a bad idea.
Hot girls.
Like fly me in.
I got to tell you, because they all listen. Like a lot of times, Ronnie was like giving advice. Like I can't remember. Oh, like he had a really good one too. And I can't remember what it was.
At the Best Buy, with the Best Buy machine, like the Best Buy machine.
Yeah.
You know when you go in like to the airport and Best Buy has a machine where you could buy like iPods and stuff right in the machine. Well, they had the same type of machine that they want to put in strip clubs where they put, what would it
vibrators,
vibrators,
like stuff like that.
Why would I need a vibrator at a strip club?
I have no idea, but to put it in all, I don't know where they want to put them. Right. But anyway, this girl Daisy Dukes, who's a porn chick, and she's a really nice girl. They're really nice people, a lot of them. And I said to the guy who invented this machine to put this stuff in, I said, why don't you come up with a miniature Daisy Dukes pussy that vibrates and put it in the machine? He thought it was the greatest idea in the world.
Because what guy wouldn't want to be seen at a strip club by
No.
Daisy Dukes pussy?
Yeah, but you stick it in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Ganji, who go home and jerk themselves
Imagine
off.
You go to the parking lot, and there's like 10 used pussies on the ground.
Sounds like you could be a consultant,
Ronnie.
That
could
may
be
be
a
in your
consultant.
future.
He's got advice.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we covered a lot of topics. Jim Brewer was on the show, and we talked about how great he was. And he talked about his dad, and so we talked about what would make Howard cry if anybody on the show died. And that got us into a whole discussion on how religious everyone on the show is. So here's how it happened.
Today, stopping by again, friend of the show, longtime friend of the show now, I guess, Jim Brewer. And Brewer always has stories, and he always has the energy and the family stuff. But the Steve-O thing today just took it up another notch.
Well, not only did he have the impersonation down right, but he had the words and the phrasing down right. And I'll tell you, the one part of when he told the story about him being with him in London and they're going to set his hair on fire and there's nobody there. This is one thing that Steve-O does all the time. I go, Steve, please don't do it. He goes, dude, I've done it 1,000,000 times. That's his line. But, of course, he's done it like once or never.
Now, I also thought it was interesting, speaking of the London thing, that Jim had the attitude of, not Steve-O isn't a comedian. He understood what Steve-O brings to the table, one in the audience, but also in entertainment. And it seems like other comedians would say, well, he's not a comedian. And there's an attitude that Jim just doesn't have.
Yeah, and if you get caught up in that, then you could just play with a bunch of comedians. Maybe not in front of anybody.
Now, the interview started with Howard saying that he loves Jim's book because it has it in the bathroom and he refers to it all the time, so he knows it very well. Do you take that as a compliment when someone tells you that they have your book in the bathroom?
Absolutely. Yeah, it means they like it. Listen, even if it's in the bathroom and no one reads it, it means they want to read it.
And it represents you, like when other people come to your bathroom.
That's true. I remember one time we went to Jackie's bathroom and we saw there was a book that was in the bathroom that was the funniest book. It was something, I don't know whether Nancy left it there on purpose, but the book was Coping with an Alcoholic. So when you go to somebody's bathroom, you look at the books and you try to read into what the hell's going on.
Of course. Now, Jim is now moving his dad in because his mother was beating up his father. But Jim's relationship with his dad, he's talked about it a few times on the show now. I mean, do you know anyone else who takes care of their family, both their parents and their kids, the way that Jim does?
He really, when I met him, I just thought he was a funny guy, and he's sort of this wild, insane comedian. But from reading the book, and I even talked to him off the air a lot about his dad, he's really one of the most loving people I've ever met. I watched the trailer for that movie. If you go to Jim Brewer's website, you can see the trailer for the movie he's talking about. And it's funny because he's totally breaking his father's balls, but you can see it's out of love.
Yeah.
And then there's parts you can see even in the trailer where it's got to be a lot of love. Like he's got to change his father's diaper and all that other stuff. And a lot of other people would say, I can't handle this. I got a wife and a family. I could put my dad in a place where he could be treated, just as well, but he wants to do it.
I mean, along those lines, early in the show, Howard played the clips of Jimmy Kimmel crying when he's talking about Uncle Frank, and Howard's like, I'm just not, I wish I could be that way, but I'm just not that way. And Brewer and his dedication he shows, to his father, and I think Shuley was asking people in the back, what could drive Howard to actually cry on the air?
The only thing I could think of is maybe if Robin died, because there's such a close bond between them. I said, if I died, I think Howard would be really sad, but I don't think he would cry. Fred, I don't think he would cry, but I think Robin maybe would make cry. But yeah, it's just not, when he tells those stories about his family, and you see it a lot in even your friends. Now that we're, I'm 50 and I see my friends and their parents, and you see how much of them comes from that. It's just who he is.
I remember one time, I think he started to, or you could definitely hear when he announced his divorce, or around that period.
Yeah, he almost cried on the 60 Minutes piece when he went to his old neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. That was another one. And there was something else recently that happened in the last year or two where it looked like he was going there. It might have even been when he did an interview. And I remember they joked about that he was about to go there, and whoever was interviewing him sort of switched gears, so he was lucky that he didn't.
Well, he was on the new CNN guy. Are you talking about
Piers Morgan?
I can't remember. It was one of those shows. And by the way, just to digress for 2 seconds, Uncle Frank on Jimmy's show, one of the nicest guys I ever met. I mean, huge fan of our show, nicest guy in the world. And I said to Howard, to me, it's a testament to Jimmy that how awesome it is that you get your own show and you can take your favorite uncle and put him on and put him in sketches and have him be funny. It wasn't like a pity thing that Frank was on. He was funny.
No, Jimmy involves a bunch of his family on his show, and you could tell. I know you could put them on because they're in your family. You could put them on because they're entertaining and funny, and Uncle Frank certainly was that. But you could tell how Jimmy feels about his family and the closest there. Whereas when you hear Howard, I think Howard is extremely close with his father and his mother, even though his dad's very standoffish with certain things emotionally, and his mom's his mom. But I want, unfortunately, and I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon, but his folks are getting older, and if he loses one of them, I think that's going to hit him real hard.
I agree. So I said his parents or Robin. I did say when I got interviewed by Shuley, his parents. But, even watching the trailer from the Brewer movie, and I wrote about this in my book. I had the same thing with my father. My father and I, and Jim Brewer says the same thing,
we never told each other we loved each other. I never said, Dad, I love you. Well, I probably did, but my father didn't say it back to me. But I never for a second doubted my father's love. It just was, World War II veteran, it's just not his way to say that. And that's just how people can be.
What do you remember, like, what your dad would say back when he said, I love you to him?
I don't think I said it really to him until he was sick. I might have said it like once. I might have said, hey, Dad, love you.
Yeah.
And he might have gone, yeah. I don't know, like a grunt. No, or like a grunt. It's just like, it probably made him a little uncomfortable.
But you knew the feeling was there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's
Do
interesting.
you tell your dad you love him?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I mean, like my kids and I, we say it all the time. I mean, I almost make it a point to say it to them.
Do you kiss him?
I do.
Where do you kiss him?
On the cheek.
Okay.
It's not to grab a little ass. No, I kiss them on the cheek. They're my kids.
Do you say that to your dad?
I do. My dad. I love my dad. I'm really close to him. I definitely, and I feel very much loved by him, by both my parents. But it's more something my mom would say back to me than my dad. He's very loving to me and will express loving, but doesn't call me up and say I love you.
No, I don't think very many dads do call up their, I don't know how old you are, but
we do
son
kiss
No, but there are moments in life where it may come up.
Huh?
Of course, I don't think anybody's dad. I don't call my kids up and go, "Hey, I love you."
Well, I do
but
that.
But
I do that normally whenever I hang up with my parents. Like, talk to you later. I love you.
What does your dad say?
Look forward to talking to you on Thursday. That kind of, no, but it's not like an uncomfortable thing. It's just not as much his style to say. I use it as a goodbye.
I think I don't know who put up the note, but I think what drove Howard to almost cry was he was talking about his father being how proud he was, and that's really what got to him on the TV interview.
I think the thing for Howard too is it sounds like he and his parents are in such a great place right now, but it might not have been the same place 20 or 25 years ago. And again, having been through this, you get to a place where with your parents, is the older you get, the more you appreciate certain things and forgive certain things and understand certain things. And once you get there, it makes you closer.
Well, Jim certainly loves his mom and dad. He makes that very clear. The other thing he talked about a lot was his religiousness, but he wouldn't call it that. And then he talked about, of course, the maid being possessed by the devil, which we'll get to in a second. But would you consider Jim a religious person? I mean, his wife is one thing.
I get the impression Jim was raised in a religious background a lot like I was, but the difference is he's married to someone who's super religious, so he has the religious knowledge, but a lot of the religious wife is rubbing off on him, which doesn't make him religious. But there's a fine line between religious and superstitious. He seems to be a little of both.
What did you think of the maid being possessed by the devil?
I thought that was amusing. I don't think she really was.
Well, Jim does, apparently.
Benji? He's sort of fence about that. Does he really think she was possessed?
You don't think it was a clear case of possession? Like, I didn't get it, but I think it's cool. I don't like, but I've never heard of cases of possession where I think like, oh, that's a definitive like case of possession.
Who do you think the most religious person is around here on our main staff?
Well, overtly or in reality?
Both.
Because overtly, I'm going to go with Sal. Sal's one of those guys who I don't think is very religious, but was beaten down as a kid like a Catholic. So he's like, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that, you got to do this, you got to do that. The most religious person here. See, Benji's proud of his Judaism, but I don't know that necessarily makes him religious. I don't know that. Do you consider yourself religious?
I'm really interested in it. I'm really interested in is there a God, is there not, that kind of stuff. But I don't have a strong belief.
I don't know who is the most religious person here. It's not me.
But I do follow some religious practices.
I don't know.
My vote would be overtly or covertly. My vote's for Sal. I mean, Sal is the only person who he's talked about it before, his beliefs.
If it's, I'm real curious because he's so strong opinion about stuff, and I would think he was Steve Brandano. I
was an altar boy, but I'm not very religious now. No, but Lisa G's religious.
No, she's not.
No,
no.
What about Howard?
I mean, Howard, not what I would consider.
I put Howard in the Benji category. I don't think Howard doesn't go to temple or anything like that. I think he appreciates the historical aspect of it and the heritage more than the actual religion.
Well, I did ask, and it might be out of respect for his parents. I remember once on the air, like, God forbid, when his dad passed away, would he say the Mourner's Kaddish, which is a very big deal in Judaism to respect like someone that's passed away. He said he would.
Oh, listen, I went to the funeral of a very close relative recently, And it was this really weird moment because I got up to take communion. I haven't taken communion in 30 years, but I did it out of respect for everybody that was around me.
Yeah.
There's also a difference between being a traditionalist and being religious.
Right.
And you brought up Lisa. I think Lisa is more of a traditionalist than she is.
Well, she's not. I don't think she's very traditional.
Well, I mean, she like in terms of observing the holidays and things like that.
Oh, you mean she just takes off work when there's a Jewish holiday?
No. Well, yeah, I guess that's traditionalist in a way. That wasn't referring to that.
You know, the weird thing is if you go a little deeper into our group, probably the most religious person here is Ross. He observes a lot.
I would say I'm probably, if you're going by practice, I'm more so than him probably.
When do you ever practice?
I for the most part, like I don't eat milk with meat. I mean, I'm vegetarian now anyway, mostly. But I wouldn't eat before that. I wouldn't eat milk with meat. I wouldn't eat pork. I wouldn't eat shellfish.
Dan and Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, Dan. What's up?
I think Scott the Pace is probably one of the biggest religious nuts.
Well, we don't even know what religion is he. He says he's 1/16 Jewish.
He's an asshole. That's what kind of religion.
No, I don't think he's very religious.
Well, it kind of came up with Brewer. Like, what do you do? Do you find religion as is a definitive belief in God?
John's question was what I took from it. Who's the most traditional religious here? Not what your faith is, but Sal, do you find yourself to be very religious?
That's a tough question. I don't like going to church. I really don't believe in church. I go through the traditions of it, like Christmas on Christmas Eve and whatnot. But I think religion is just your own personal communication and relationship with God. That's what I think religion is.
Does your family go to church every Sunday?
No, but we did when we were younger. I used to go with my my Nonna Pizza. That's what we used to call her. So we used to go with her, and she had the saints, the Madonna with the dollar wrapped around it, and she would pray for that. And my mom has a huge picture of Jesus Christ over her bed with big wooden rosary beads hanging down over it. So we're religion. I guess my family's religious in that sense, but I'm not that deep into it.
By the way, what Sal's talking about, my mother had them, my grandmother had them, religious statues, and you put. You tape money underneath them. And the only reason I bring that up is that goes back, you have to turn the statue over to put the money under. And that goes back to one of the greatest lines in the history of the show when Pat Cooper's yelling at his mother. And he said, "Mom, you never turned over a statue in your life." That's what he's talking about.
And I tell you, as a kid, being at my grandparents' house, I was, especially when the ice cream man came by, I was always tempted to take that money. But my grandmother always told me, you take that money, something really bad's going to happen to you. You would get bad luck.
So what's the difference between that and voodoo?
Probably nothing. Voodoo is generally what?
I could put a spell on you.
Yeah, voodoo's more of an African religion. I think the Madonna with the money is an Italian thing.
But you believe in God, right?
Yeah, I believe in God. I believe there's something out there. I think there's something that we certainly need to identify with. I think we got here by some reason. I don't, there is. I think we all have a soul. I think there's somebody that we could communicate to. It's just there, and I think it's important to do that.
John, where do you fall in
terms of
how religious would you say you are?
Not very. I'm more traditionalist than religious, but religious enough to go through the exercises, whatever else of being a Long Island Jew.
My friend used to call it a revolving door Jew.
Yes,
because you go in for those 2 holidays.
Well, I don't even go in for the holidays anymore because I felt a little hypocritical about it. But now, setting an example for my kids and all that stuff, I still do.
Wait, that's interesting. Why? If it's not important to you, do you feel it's important to set an example for your kids to do it?
I set the example to my kids that if you don't believe in it and you go, that's disingenuous. You're better off going when you feel like you need to be there. My wife feels that you should go.
Oh, wait. So you're saying you don't go to show your kids?
I didn't go before, but now I go.
But wait, but you're saying that you should go if you believe in it.
Right.
But how's that setting the example for your kids if you don't believe it?
Because I made the point for a number of years.
Oh, so
then,
now
and then we all talked about it, and they said it would mean a lot.
We
if
just
you
like
came,
your company. Okay.
And I said, okay, I'll go.
Okay.
And complain about it the whole time, which is what a lot of Jews do, actually.
I think Catholics too. Don't
worry.
worry.
We do, big time.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we were talking a lot about Robin and her laughing at Howard when Howard talked about getting in touch with the Weatherman. And then we moved on to Mad Dog Russo, but I saw Howard pop up on the screen, and he wanted to clarify why he got in touch with that weatherman and just didn't understand why Robin was laughing at him. So naturally, we talked to Howard, we gave our own opinions, and here's how it all went.
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call. Go Blue.
John.
Go Blue.
It really came across on the radio that Howard was pissed off at Robin when she just started laughing. But I cannot blame Robin because I just thought it was really cumbersome the way that Howard was explaining that he had basically his own personal weatherman tweeting to him. And it was hilarious. I was laughing along with Robin, and just it seemed like the weatherman was like maybe wanted to have some kind of contact with Howard and Beth, that he had this inside track that he was giving inside information, which was all known to publicly anyways. But it was really funny, and I think like Howard said, after he put it in perspective with Mike, with Mad Dog and Mike, and so that it should be water on the bridge and not taken with a grain of salt.
I think the thing that pushed it over the edge wasn't Robin's initial laughing. It was her continued laughing.
Uncontrollable laughing.
And later, uncontrollable laughing. And then you heard Howard's voice turn and explain, what was going on with the weatherman there.
I also thought it was interesting. It's one of the handful of times I can remember tension like that between Robin and Howard, at least that I was aware of it.
First of all, Robin has a personal captain, so I don't know why she's yelling at Howard for having a personal weatherman. But I also think, again, the way Howard told the story today makes a lot of sense. It was somebody that Beth followed on Twitter, so they became Twitter friends. In the age of Twitter, you become quote-unquote friendly with people a lot easier. Like, I became friendly with ESPN's Matthew Berry on Twitter, and I sometimes email him for fantasy, news or updates or something. And I don't consider him my personal fantasy guru. I don't think Robin would laugh if I said, "Oh, I emailed this guy for fantasy stuff." So I don't know why it's so funny.
No, actually, I think they were actually already friends.
Right.
And what Howard said,
they were friends before.
He said, hey, follow my Twitter. It's good for me to follow.
Right. If you were friends with a guy who was a weatherman and there was a big thing going on, you thought you might have, you had to evacuate, for instance, and you might have information an hour early. Why wouldn't you take it?
I've called the Yankees before because I have some friends that work over there, and they're always monitoring the weather for games.
I can see Robin's point of view a little bit because it's a little bit like you're like, okay, come on, I know what you're saying on TV, but tell me the truth, like what's really going on,
right?
Like they're doing, but I can see like that you really do like, okay, I'm specifically like right here, what do you think? I would ask, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Brian in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. You guys just talked about exactly what I was going to say, but I just thought it was so ridiculous that, didn't you guys notice that Howard changed his story as Robin kept laughing? And it got from, we wanted to know what the weather was like, so we called the Sam Champion, and then it was, wait a minute, we didn't call him, he called us.
It wasn't Sam Champion, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
it was
okay.
Somebody else. I can't remember.
John Bolaris.
Anyway, but didn't you notice that it changed to, okay, we just ended up following him on Twitter, and that's how we found out?
No, that's not what they said. He said the way the whole conversation started was this guy, was it Bolaris, John Bolaris? I guess he's friends with Beth and Howard, and he said to Beth, oh, can you follow me on Twitter? Like maybe he called her up, said, because I'm doing all these hurricane updates on it.
Okay, I don't know. It just seemed like his story started changing the more uncomfortable he got, and that made for such great radio. I was dying.
There's not one person in this room that if they weren't friends with a weatherman wouldn't call him for a little person. Like, it makes total sense. I don't think it's crazy.
And Benji, when you're saying like, tell me something that I should know, I don't think it's that. But what if a guy's not going to be on the air for 2 hours? Yeah. And if he's sitting in front of it right now and he goes, yeah, I'm going to go on the air in an hour. This is what I'm going to say, but I'm telling you early. So if you have to evacuate, here's a way to get out early.
I think. Listen, it was the most fascinating thing. If you lived in the East Coast going on, it's interesting. It was an interesting
Every
thing to
channel
ask
on TV had constant. You couldn't watch anything else but storm coverage.
Yeah, but you don't know.
So I
got to tell you, some of those people I don't trust.
They're lying. The weathermen are lying to you.
No, I think in my mind, and I know I'm crazy for saying this, some weathermen are better than others, but they're probably all the same.
And I also think, if I had a friend that was a weatherman and I called him, what I would be hoping to hear is, look, dude, the storm looks like it's going away. We're still hyping it up for the ratings, but don't worry so much about it. That's what I'm looking for.
Here's my thinking. I think Sam Champion is very believable. The reason is he's been on the air for 20 years. If he sucked as a weatherman, they would have fired him already. So he must know what he's talking about.
So
and what I'm saying is ridiculous.
Dr. Frank Field was your guy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Growing up, Dr. Frank Field was a legend.
All right. Howard, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Hey, first of all, I'm calling in because I'm listening to the discussion about John Bolaris, the weatherman, and people are saying I changed my story. The story is very simple, and I want a chance to clarify this because I still think Robin's laughter was inappropriate. Here's what happened. We know John. John lives in our area. He knows where we live. We were being told to evacuate. I said to Beth, I think it's ridiculous based on the weather information I'm getting
I think we should stay where we are. Not going to move 3 cats and a dog. It's ridiculous. We're staying, and our neighbors are staying. So I told her that. She's friends with John and said that she was talking to John and said, oh, we're staying. He said, hey, can I speak to you guys about that because I want to tell you something. He called and said, or Beth called him, I don't remember which it was. But in any case, they had a discussion in front of me where they said, hey, Howard thinks we should stay. And he said, I really don't think that's a good idea. And here's why. Because of what the tides are going to be and this and that and the other thing, that it's going to be, crazy and there could be flooding and all of this. And so he advised us that my decision was not accurate, that it probably should leave. Now, what the fuck is so funny about that?
I got to say, what you just said to me made total sense, and I'm not being a kiss ass, because we were agreeing with you.
I'm not looking for a personal weather forecast. I made a decision to stay. He heard about it. I didn't tell him my decision, but he said, hey, I hear your decision. Look, I'm a professional weatherman, and I know the area because I live there. And I'm telling you, it could potentially be a lot worse than you're imagining.
That makes sense.
I think
He's a friend who was concerned.
I think Robin heard it as we talked to our own personal weatherman, and that's why we decided to do what we did. I think that's the way she heard
I don't
it.
even really know John as a weatherman. In fact, he had to tell me what he did for a living. I'm not familiar with the local Philly market, and he, in fact, had said to Beth, why don't you follow me on Twitter? I'm doing all these hurricane reports. And so she's a friend, and she said, I'll follow him on Twitter. So I don't know. I mean, listen, why would that be funny? I think Robin laughed way too long.
Yes.
And I didn't understand it.
Would it be?
I'm not angry with her.
Would it be fair to say you were irritated?
Hold on a second. Ronnie and I are about to die. What's going on up there? Drive safely. He's in a fucking rush. He's like a mental case. Easy. It's not funny.
Stop the clock.
Howard, were you pissed, at her initial reaction or the fact that she just went into hysterics?
I felt the
over it?
laughter was going on, and in fact, I felt that she was laughing because she'd gotten caught up in me saying, what do you think so funny? And then she just couldn't answer, so she kept laughing. I didn't feel the laugh was real.
Interesting.
I thought I thought the laugh was real. I don't know about you.
I don't think so. I don't think it was. But Robin, I wasn't mad at Robin. I mean, I wasn't, and that's another thing. I'm not angry with Robin. Listen, Robin is there to react and do things on the air that are provocative and interesting, and to be herself.
Well, maybe not mad, but you could be. It could have irritated you or make you feel bad.
It irritated me because I didn't think it was funny. I mean, I didn't. I was like, well, what is funny about a guy calling up and saying? And maybe I didn't explain it well to Robin, but
we all got it.
Yeah,
Robin.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, we all understood.
Well,
yeah, I mean, so I thought, well, maybe there's a joke here that I'm not getting, that there's something crazy in the fact that this guy's a weatherman and he's concerned about us and thinks I'm making the wrong decision.
Well, Benji was saying before, it's one of the few times where he sensed genuine tension between you and Robin. As that was going
No,
on.
I didn't have. Honestly, I wasn't upset or angry. I was just like, well, I don't understand what's funny.
But you seemed to me that you were.
I was irritated.
Yeah, maybe not at Robin, but at the situation. Like that
I was
seems.
irritated.
Yeah, that seemed to be real.
I'm
emotional.
irritable all the time. I mean, I'm always irritable, Benji.
Howard, what's your gut on Bubba after talking to him today?
Oh man, I don't even know if I want to tell you my gut. I think Bubba, and you see, this is all. By the way, this is based on nothing. Okay, I think Bubba's a wild guy. I mean, genuinely wild. Not a radio guy posing as a wild guy. He's wild. I think he's wild. I think she's wild. And in my imagination, by the way, I'm purely making this up. I have nothing to base it on. That she gets a little crazy and he gets a little crazy. Like maybe even open marriage stuff. But by the way, I just totally made that up.
Right, but if that were the case, when it comes, how can open marriage last forever, or does at some point does it get weird for one person or the other?
I don't know.
I think that's what must have happened. Somebody got weirded out by something.
The last time both of them were on the show, she was complaining that he wasn't having sex with her enough. I mean, that was the major complaint. That was like a year or two ago.
So then I start to think. Now, by the way, based on nothing. But then maybe he was getting it on with chicks, and then maybe she started getting it on. I mean, this is nothing.
Yeah, but hasn't Bubba said that on the air that he does that sometimes?
I don't know. Bubba always presents himself as a wild sexual person. So who knows? Ronnie, what do you think is going on over there? Keep your eye on the road. He's getting excited. No, I don't really know, but I would have to say that is where my imagination is running wild, because I think he's wild. He probably has a couple of broads. Maybe she's got a dude or a couple of dudes. Now, by the way, this is all my fantasy.
In your fantasy, do you think he wants to be back together with her?
Yes.
See, in my fantasy, she got something going on the side, but it's not dudes.
That's hotter fantasy.
But that's just my fantasy.
I don't know. Radio guys are a very different breed than most people.
Well, you're very different than most radio guys.
I am. I'm not, because I've been sequestered. I'm a self-imposed exile. I'm more sort of on my own. But a lot of radio guys, they bond. They have lots of hijinks. Like Bubba's a man's man. He has lots of bros. They hang out. I mean, anything could have gone wrong. And when he says he's, preoccupied with a lot of different things, I don't know. It feels like there's more to the story.
So Bubba's trying to win her back?
I don't know. I can't figure it out. It depends what the scenario is.
Yeah, I just think that he really – I felt like he didn't want to give anything away today, and he was going to bear the brunt of it for, say, it's me, because he just didn't want to talk about anything.
But didn't you think
he actually sounded today like a guy who's already lawyered up. So he's
Right.
like the lawyer's saying to him, you shut your mouth, Bubba. Don't say a word. I don't care what good radio comes out of it.
See, I took it he was doing kind of the Sal rap, like it's me. I'm not, my focus is in the wrong place. I need to spend more time. That whole thing that Sal did when he had his issue with Christine and the emotional friend.
Yeah, I don't know. Sal's story is the most outrageous. Like, Sal's got this hot wife who doesn't want to have sex with him, and then has an emotional friend. I don't know. Could that be Bubba's situation, that she's got an emotional friend, like a lover or something?
I don't know.
I bet she has emotional
I mean,
friends. if that's
Bubba
the
can
case.
get lots of women. I know that. He's very masculine.
Well, he definitely Bubba seemed to imply something happened, because he said, whatever happened, I'll take the blame.
Yeah, something happened. So maybe. So when I hear a guy say that, this is all my imagination, that he's with chicks, and then all of a sudden she says, fuck this, I'm going to go get a guy, and then he gets pissed, something like that. But who am I to even think that for a minute? I mean, Heather's a Sunday school teacher, isn't she?
I think you might be right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know who the hell knows what happened. I mean, you never know, and maybe we'll never know. But he lives a wild life, Bubba.
And he was also torn with I know what makes good radio, Howard, but I don't want to answer your question. Yet if I don't answer it, then I'm not going to make great radio for you.
That's why I think he's a guy who's already gotten a lawyer.
Interesting.
Lawyers tell you to shut your mouth, because then when it comes to a settlement, they'll whip out those phone conversations with me.
That's true. I've seen many a conversation be subpoenaed.
Or it could be that he really wants her back and he doesn't want to screw it up.
Could be
What do
that.
you think?
It could be that too. I think this deal is done.
Yeah, I think more of what you said. A guy who lawyered up, who's got to get his ducks in a row, and doesn't want to say anything to fuck that up.
Hey, Howard,
She seems like, by the way, a really nice girl too. So, in my heart of hearts, I'm being honest now, that I really do hope Bubba patches it up with her and they have a nice, long, wonderful, loving relationship. Because divorce, especially with kids involved, is maybe the worst thing. It just explodes a family. And don't forget, Heather's been raising his son with him, and he's been involved with her daughter. So, it's just the worst thing in the world. And also, you really do. I don't think people value their marriages enough. Like, when you have someone who really has your back and things are going great, it can really be the most valuable relationship, ever in your whole life. There's nothing more valuable than that. So I hope they work it, because I like Bubba and I'd like to see him have some peace in his life.
Howard, I'm curious, like, if you talk to Bubba off the air, does that make it really hard for you then to discuss it on the air, because now you know something?
Yes, I don't want to know anything. I'd rather sit here with you guys and be in the dark and make my conjecture.
It's so funny. We just had a guest offered to us today, and the guest wanted 10 minutes alone with Howard before they came on the air. I was like, I'm not interested in that.
No, I won't do that. That would be worse than anything.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, because then what's the point? Whatever that guest was going to tell me, and I'm not going to mention her name, but if that guest had something to tell me in private, that's the whole time I'm interviewing them. I'm going to be thinking about that. I'm going to go. I know I'm going to ask her about it.
So are you still going to reach out to Bubba, or are you going to avoid that because this is kind of a fun issue to talk about?
No, I will reach out to Bubba, actually. Although from what I hear, you can't even get in touch with Bubba. He's a top secret guy.
But Howard said to Bubba point blank today, he's like, I'll tell you it off the air. And Howard's like, no, I don't care. I want to hear it now.
I would actually be worried if he told me off the air anything confidential, because if I accident, people tell me so many things, and I'm on the air doing a free association on the air, 4 or 5 hours sometimes, that sometimes I forget what I'm not supposed to say.
Howard, that's funny because it was like 2 weeks ago. I told you something during the break, and I said, not for the air. And luckily it wasn't a big thing, and you came back and you said it, and John Hines started laughing. He goes, didn't you just say to Howard during the break, not for the air? And then you said it.
Let me tell you something. I have no memory. I have no idea that I'm not supposed to say that on the air. I'm not doing it to defy anyone or to mess anyone up. I literally do not. When you're on the air, when I'm on the air, I swear to you this is true. I listen to the replays because I don't even know what I said. I don't know half the time what I'm saying. I don't remember it. It's not a scripted program. So, it's like just coming out of me. I'm almost listening to the show as it's happening. It's not how much time would I have to sit there and really analyze what I'm saying? I don't have any.
Howard, one last question, then I'll let you go. Was Steve Leeds waiting outside your door when you left today?
No. Steve wasn't. I love Steve. Steve's a good man, but waiting outside my door is really uncomfortable. Because, if you listen to a conversation.
And if you listen to the show, which he does every day, that's like on the the 10 Commandments of things not to do.
People don't believe that applies when it comes to them.
That's true.
I swear to you, remember we were saying on the air how Tim always gets me right after the show?
Uh-huh.
Tim came up to me today, and he goes, you're not angry with me? I go, of course not. He goes, I have to come up to you after the show. And I go, you do? He goes, well, I have things I want to say, and I don't care. I can't wait. But I go, Tim, and I got uncomfortable. I said, well, yeah, of course. It's like Tim doesn't think it applies to him. No matter how many times have we had this discussion with Tim?
A lot.
Yeah, we just say, Tim, look, I'll deal with you all day. When it comes to our radio channels, I'm there 24/7 for you. I said, all I need is a half hour after the show to unwind, where you don't lay everything on me. Because my opinion is useless after the show. I'm fried. I just need 20 minutes to meditate, and then I can meet with you. But he doesn't believe it applies to him. He thinks I'm kidding.
Does that apply to him being in the studio as well, Gary?
No comment.
About you? When have I ever said that to you?
No. I said, does that apply to Tim being in the studio during the
break?
breaks?
Yeah. Well, we've told Tim that. We said, Tim, there's no need for you to be in the studio. He goes, no, I need to be there to hear what's going on.
Do you know that there's some days, we have such limited time during the commercial breaks, that there's some days that I sprint in front of Tim as he's going in to get to you before he does?
Tim's a pisser. We're walking out today, and there's like 500 people in the hallway. It's serious. And like that whole thing is like so annoying because you want to just get out and people get excited to see me, and they want to talk and stuff. So under my breath, I go, oh, no, because I open up the door and I see it. Tim goes, do you not want to go out this way? I go, no, I'm going to go out. I go, but Tim, do you have to walk in front of me? You're going so slow. If I could just move quickly here, I can get through this. You're blocking me. It's like you got to move out of my way.
Oh, man.
So, but I love Tim. Listen, let me tell you about Tim. There isn't a better guy on the planet who could be the program director of these channels. First of all, I'm nuts. He deals with me beautifully. He manages the place fantastically. People actually like him. And he works his ass off. I couldn't be more grateful for him. So, the idea that Tim bothers me right after the show sometimes, in a way, I like his exuberance, too. You know what I mean? It's sort of a mixed bag, because if he wasn't that exuberant, he wouldn't be that good as a program manager. I really do mean that.
We all love Tim.
We do.
No, Tim's a great guy. He really is, and he works so hard for us. And he really is the man. He's the man. He's the man.
All right, Howard, I'll let you go. Thanks for clearing up. I hope you feel like you cleared up the whole weatherman.
I feel I did. I feel I needed to defend myself.
And never let a woman who has her own private captain make fun of you for having a private.
I heard that point. I like that point.
Thank you.